Hello and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge.
Woohoo!
Okay, well, hi. Do you hear the
Hello,
music
folks.
playing?
I can actually just come from over there.
We're very excited to
Here.
be featuring music from Rum Bar Records this evening, and thank you
Pow, pow, pow,
to
pow.
Lou at Rum Bar Records for sending the
Thanks, Lou.
music. Hi,
Awesome.
Gettysburg, ma'am.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Good
Oh,
to see you.
Boy, oh boy, oh, we're launching off immediately, like right now, with
I
the
know.
fabulous Angela Tini.
Angela Tini, who will be playing Ohana this year.
As a matter
Very
of fact.
excited about that. Hi, Satellite. And hi, Dime. Good to see you. Yay. I'm so glad you guys are here. Yes, we're listening to Angela Tini right now. I'm going to hold up the CD cover. This is, what is the title? Oh. Have You Met Me Yet is the title of the album. And it's great. It's fabulous. I'm so excited. She's going to be playing the kickoff party at Ohana this year. Hi, Bill. Good to see you. So we have a drink not created by us. First of all, can you hear us? Because we've got the music playing kind of loud
Yeah,
here.
fairly loud.
Hi, Julie.
Can you hear us? Can you hear the music?
Yeah,
Is that nicely balanced?
Let us know if you can hear everything,
That's the point.
please.
Because that would in fact be hashtag.
Yes,
Maybe we can-
Rumtastic Wednesday indeed.
Hello.
Hi, Lisa. Yay, I'm so
Rumtastic
happy you're
Wednesday.
all here.
Rum Bar Wednesday. Boy,
Exactly.
awesome.
Okay, you can hear us. Thank you. Okay, great. Okay, thank you, Dime. Thank you, Satellite. Okay, perfect. So, we have some people here. So, our Patreon patrons know that we will be making a drink called the Angela Tini, named after Angela Tini. Not created by us, actually. I'm going to put this back here. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Oh no, Paul's totally blocking it. You're blocking Angela Tini.
Then you do this.
No, you're still
blocking.
No, it's still not working. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll put it. I don't know.
Too far.
Here. Okay, you can there.
Kinda see it.
You can kind of see it. No, you can't even see it. We'll keep holding it up. We'll keep
You know what?
holding it up.
There we go. Perfect. But you're blocking her now. Ready?
Oh man, we
What
need
what it takes.
we need a CD stand
You need a CD
or
stand.
something.
Well, it's these
What's
CD
on the
covers
ice
are a little
bucket?
smaller.
But I'm gonna need ice in just a minute.
Well, we will actually
Anyway.
move Angela and then replace Angela. So she takes the pole position again. The things you figure out.
Anyway,
as soon as you
hi,
realize.
Errol. Perfect balance of. Oh, okay, great, awesome. I'm so glad. Okay, so the first drink of the evening is the Angela Tini, not created by us. This was actually created for Rum Bar Records, but we're going to make it. Hi, Eric.
Gonna make it.
So this was created by Jeannie Marie for Rum Bar Records. So I already know it's going to be good. It sounds good. But anyway, to make the Angela Tini, created by Jeannie Marie, all you do, we're going to start with 1 ounce. And the ingredients are in her order.
Mm-hmm.
So she starts with 1 ounce of lemon juice. And I could use the pineapple and the cinnamon too.
All right. Starting you with the
Okay.
limon.
1 ounce fresh lemon juice. I'm gonna need a big glass for this one.
Ah, okay.
Just while you're getting stuff, I'm gonna go back and see who I see. Okay, good.
You were getting perhaps
Right.
a chimney style glass.
No, I was gonna do this is an up drink.
Okay. So you need like a large
I do. I need a large and in
Cocktail
charge cocktail.
style glass.
Or
Okay.
I could use a chilled glass and refill it.
We've been doing that.
I like that idea better.
I like the refill, she says. I get to try it too.
Eric
Hello.
says I hate my
Hey, Joe.
alky right now. Hi, Joe. Good to see you.
Hello, hello.
So, okay,
Yeah,
so
excellent.
1 ounce of lemon juice. Pineapple juice is right here.
Get the pineapple.
Okay.
Careful when you open that up.
Oh, you already opened it?
I haven't opened it.
Oh, I
but-
thought you said you opened it.
No, careful when you open it.
Well, yeah.
Because what happens is it's going to go spit all over everything.
It didn't. It did not do
Well,
that.
you know,
okay.
it didn't do that.
All right, so
Every other time, it'll be all over the computer.
1/2 ounce pineapple juice.
You don't want that, folks. You don't
I'm
want-
measuring on the glass, so if anyone's like,
What?
why is she just free pouring? No, I'm not.
No, not free pour.
Okay. 1/4 ounce. It calls for cinnamon bark syrup. I'm using cinnamon syrup because it's what we had.
I think it's the same thing.
But it's only you can buy cinnamon bark.
Cinnamon is a bark.
I've seen it at Calustian's.
Seen 'em.
Okay.
Seen them.
1/4 ounce of that. 1/2 ounce orange curacao. Did you bring that over?
I did not specifically.
Pardon
grab
me, I'll be right
orange
back.
Curacao.
Okay.
And there was some back here, but it got moved. So, all she needs to do is grab the curacao. And we're actually
I'm using triple sec.
Well, it's actually calling itself Curacao Triple Sec. On
Okay,
the back of this.
all right, so.
Dig that. So.
Oh, Eric says, I like Mozzy D. I hope she's doing well. The
Oh, yeah.
album is great.
Yeah, album.
Right?
Album kicks your butt is what it does. So I
Okay,
recommend
so-
getting it because you want it to be kicking your butt.
So, the curacao is a 1/2 ounce. Half ounce of that. And a teaspoon allspice dram. Did you bring that?
Yes, I did, as a matter of fact. It should be right there to your right. And you see the bottle with a very wide mouth cap in the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
because it's in a different bottle.
Different bottle.
It's in an Orinoco rum bottle.
I was frequently making the pimento liqueur inside these bottles. We make our own because back in the day you couldn't get it. And I started making it, and I still make it because it's just some work. It's
Okay.
not too much work.
Wow.
And it's a lot of fun, and it ends up with a really, really
Aromatic.
intense flavor.
Okay.
Very aromatic.
Hi, Mom.
Yes. Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, so, and hi, Mark. Good
Mark.
to see you.
Good to see you, man. I think we're playing some music
Yes,
that
happy Wednesday.
Mr. Kramer needs on his hi-fi. Just
Okay,
saying.
a teaspoon allspice dram.
Yep.
Okay.
The old bar spoon.
Got a spoon right here. Okay. Excited to try this.
Yeah, this is a lot of things going on in there,
Okay.
and it looks like fun.
1/2 ounce light overproof rum. It calls for Cruvision. I have Cockspur.
I think there's similar overproof proofs.
Yes. Okay.
Persian is
1/2
coming in
ounce.
at like 123 or
1/2
something. Or
ounce.
something. This is going at 130. I don't think the difference between those two is really significant when you're pouring in this much.
And an ounce of dark rum. It actually calls for Appleton's signature, so we have that.
We happen to have that.
All right, so 1 ounce of that. Do you want to go check comments?
I'd be glad to if you've got the rest of it
Thank
from
you.
here. Because the rest of it
Yeah.
is a dash of bitters, 1 orange
Oh, yeah.
peel,
I got it.
coin a size slice of ginger.
Oh yeah, the ginger.
Yeah, the ginger. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is behind me, or no, it's with the.
Hi, Amy.
With one of these. That's
Oh,
right.
thank you. Hi,
Hello,
Mike.
Mike.
And oh, thank you, Mark.
Sonic, okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Butt kicking of a different nature. Yeah, that happens. That does happen. It's kind of like when you're trying to like calm down, you put on Motorhead or something. Yeah, I bet it does too, Don.
Can I
This
pass
is-
you this?
Yep.
It's a little trippy. And
Take
a
care of
dash
that.
of bitters. Okay.
When you're doing this type of show, by the way, it really helps to have
This
like
is a new bottle,
side
so it
table
didn't
over
really
there,
work out. Okay.
and then a side table over here. So we happen to have a little sort of banquette thing that is allowing me to bust things out of the site instead of having it pile up in front of us. We were just talking today about how the tiki room doesn't have that, and we need to figure that out so that our lives are better out there, because people love us to be out in the tiki room. Hey, I love it.
I love being out in the tiki room
I
too.
was out there today for a little lunch, and it was pretty swell.
Eric's saying, do you use the same brand of bitters? She did not specify, so. Hi, Peter.
So you went with Angostura?
I did.
Now what are you doing now?
Okay, so I put a coin-sized piece of fresh ginger in my
About that
shaker,
much.
and I am muddling it.
Muddle, 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 muddle.
Specifically calls for a coin-sized piece.
You want to mash some of that so you can
Yeah.
sort of break up the fibers and get a little juice out of there. Now, if you happen to have ginger juice or ginger extract, so those are
Which
two
we do, but-
slightly different things.
Okay,
We have
that's-
the extract, slightly different products, but at the end of the day, it's designed to give you like some really
Oh,
heavy
Dime.
liquid
Thank you, I will.
ginger flavor. That's kind of fun too, and I would potentially use that in here as well. But we're starting with actual.
Batter up. Yeah, anyway, never mind. Okay,
you go.
so calls for 8 ounces of ice.
Batting lefty. So
I don't have a scale in here, so I'm gonna use what looks like 8 ounces to me.
I think 8 ounces is one of those big metal scoops.
Well, 8 ounces is
you
a
got,
cup.
when you got like
so...
when you have like the big bin of crushed ice, like professional bars have.
Oh, Errol, I love it.
So.
Oh, Eric's asking, do we have a favorite kind of bitters?
Depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
depends on the time of year for me
for
too.
a hell of a lot of things, an old-fashioned style of bitters is a great way to go. And I would advise everybody here who wants to use such things, keep the regular Angostura on hand, because that's your buddy with a hell of a lot of stuff.
I use a lot of orange, a lot of ginger. In the
Orange,
fall,
you
I
can
use a
find.
lot of cranberry.
There's an Angostura orange, but also Reagan's, which was on the market even before the Angostura product. Fee Brothers, which is
And-
the only one that was on the market for a long time.
And, oh wow,
Surprising.
that smells really good.
I'm getting that from here.
The
Very aromatic.
aromatic bitters are indispensable. Okay, so I will take a chilled
The
glass.
ginger
I don't
bitters, and
mind.
we've been using the ones from...
Lisa was, oh jeez. Lisa was upset because Errol drank the remainder of the rum last weekend that she said she didn't like. Didn't it? Oh no, oh no.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so I have a
Very fun.
little extra. So I'm gonna pour it in here
extract. Ooh,
so
that's like
I can refill.
Practically another drink over there.
So after this, we take an orange peel and rub it around the rim of the glass. All right, and give it a twist and toss it in. Hi, Alan and Elizabeth. All right, the Angela Tini, created by Jeannie Marie.
Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, Angela, and thank you,
Oh, that's really good.
Lou at Rum Bar, for sharing this
That
with
is
us and
really
saying,
good.
please to make this on the air.
That is really good.
There's a lot of aromatics going on here. There's a lot of flavor and character happening. Oh,
I
yum.
love it.
Oh, yum. That's a lot of fun.
Drop dead.
You've just been listening to
We get to hear it live at Ohana.
Drop Dead. Well, you kind of figured that out. But yeah, I love the fact that you've got song titles such as 200 Pounds of Fun, Dirty Dog, and Drop Dead. And then you get a little Italiano. Taboo!
So I
that's
shared
that's
the
so cool.
links at the top of the page for where you can get all of these. However, I'm going to share the individual links to each album too. So
Oh, I can just go straight over to...
hang with me for just
And
a
this
second.
is Rum Bar Records at Bandcamp, where you could
Yes.
actually go and grab these tracks as downloads, I believe.
Yes. Okay.
And if you're
so-
like, I'd really like to buy a CD, well, it's there too. On occasion, I've seen Rum Bar product in wax form, that is, the old vinyl. So some of that's available too. I don't believe that this album is available as such, but you're listening to it right now from a disc.
yeah, Errol, we use Angostura
And the downloads
bitters
are gonna
in
sound
soups
the same.
now too.
Yes.
It's
As a matter
great.
of
I
fact.
love it. I love it.
It's concentrated flavor. It's concentrated herb flavor,
Okay.
so
I
works
just
perfectly fine in foods.
I just dropped the link
Yep.
for the album we're listening to.
As
It's
of right
Angela Tini.
here.
Have you
So-
met me yet?
Good one.
Okay,
I'm
which,
liking
it's a
that.
great one, and the
wish it-
Angela Tini is really good too.
I wish I had one. There we go. Oh, thank you. Mine comes in a slightly less fancy glass, but it tastes the same.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers.
I'm telling you.
Okay,
Make your own drink.
why
she
don't you make a
says,
drink and then we'll talk about Coney
And
Island?
then we'll talk about Coney Island. That sounds entirely fair. Well, I was going to see what I was going to launch off with here. Zoop. All right, so we got that.
I thought I was making that one.
Yeah, and then there's this guy right here, which is designed to go into a chimney.
Oh, we didn't get the bitters for that. I'll get them.
Okay, if you get the bitters for that, I'm going to make that. The next one
Here's
is
the
actually taken off of a title from Ms. D, who will potentially
Mozzy D.
be with us shortly. We'll see what's what. By the way, I just dropped a link on people, and if that's what you followed to get here, I could not actually find the hot link from Mozzy. So if she shows up and sees that, let me know how to tag you properly. I swear these things are out to get me. But we're going to start with a chimney glass and fill it with ice. So Miss Tini is going to move temporarily and then go back to her pole position.
I know. We need a better way to display CDs.
Telling you.
I suppose we could put them up here, but I don't know. It's kind of far back, right?
Okay, that's probably good. In the meantime, I have one idea.
What about
One idea.
what about here?
But the CD's going to open up and give you trouble. But I tell you what.
All right. I'm glad he has an idea. Okay, so his drink, tall, dark, and handsome. It's going to be a good one, too. All right, you ready?
As soon as you open this style of CD book, it just wants to pop open, which is great if you're just trying to prop it up somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you want it to actually stay closed and do its thing, a little something in the way of an office supply
All right.
will do the job. Bang, done.
All right.
Hello, ye old binder
I'll put it
clip.
right here.
That's the second ye old
Okay.
I've been
We can
noting
see it,
tonight.
right?
Can we see
all
it?
right, here.
We can actually. Like, move it over to right
There.
there. Stand
All
where
right.
you stand. I stand
All
where I
right.
stand. And hey, check it out.
Okay, you can see it.
Finally.
Yay!
Got that part right. I'm trying.
Okay, Angela Tini,
We're
have
just
you met me yet?
Trying to represent the artists well because they have donated their material to us for the evening so that we can play it for you. So that you can say, hey, I need that on my jukebox.
And I just dropped the link
And
for
away
where
go.
you can get it.
Where you can find that sort of thing. Once again, Rum Bar Records. Thank you, Lou, for the
Yes.
the material to use to promote. We're talking about free
And
fab
enjoy.
artists.
And
enjoy. I'm
enjoy.
enjoying it.
I am
this
enjoying
is,
it.
Our two female artists are in a similar vein. Big, ballsy, boisterous singers who just sing about fun stuff, and the bands are just like, let's rock.
Yep.
I mean, there you go. That's it. I mean, can I say that in four words or less? No, that's it. Boom, done.
The Angela Tini's getting me where I'm going.
Well, you would suspect so. I also appreciate the fact that this is not the Angela Martini as if it's
Thank you.
as elected to the Martini. It's a
No,
tropical up drink.
she's the Tini.
She is the Tini. This is named for her, the Angela.
The
There we
Angela
go.
Tini,
Yeah.
who will be appearing at Ohana. So excited.
Bingo.
The Ohana kickoff party.
So you could go up to that bar and say, I'd like an Angela Tini, and they say, what?
Oh my God, they better make an Angela Tini.
Damn it. You know, I feel like we should bring a premixed bottle so if anybody's
Yeah.
like, you can't give an Angela Tini, can you? Like you made on the
Here's
show,
this-
can
may
you?
the
I'd be like,
force be with you.
yeah, I could do that because it would be awesome to be hearing her and ordering her drink.
That's right.
So, it's great. Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry. Here we go.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, he's gonna make a drink, and then we'll talk about Coney Island.
Yes, we'll talk about that. So, Coney Island, not yet.
Yes.
Let's go with our
But
second
I
item.
appreciate you asking. Thank you.
Absolutely. You heard about
Right.
us talking about our
Okay.
premiere in person, and not our actual premiere of the movie on a platform. That was the Poor Life Choices Film Fest. This was the Coney Island Film Fest, which has been going on for 23
23 years.
23 years. Dig that. Woohoo! The time, I don't know where it goes, but we'll talk about that in a minute. And this was like the first like live and in person kind of thing we were able to do. And that's as much as I'm going to say right now. Next, let's get on to a little Mozzy because I need something. I'm not trying to motor over Angela, who is still delivering.
Well, I'm still enjoying the Angela
goods.
Tini.
I'm still enjoying
But
the
the
Angela
next
Tini.
drink is inspired by Mozzy D's album.
So you decided to come up with a little something that was called Tall, Dark, and Handsome. So let's actually go with that, shall we? All right, 1.5 ounces of the dark Jamaican. We happen to have a little bit of the Myers here, which we're able to finally get at a good price by going out of state. It's
Exactly.
crazy, crazy nuts
We
price in
discovered
New
the
York.
secret of buying
I like the product, but what are you talking about?
economical
Yeah.
liquor in New York. Go out of state.
Go to state. So that works. And we need a 1/2 ounce of the Kahlua. Yes, here we go. In fact, in the Shakmul bottle. Yes, this is the guy. This you might be able to get this in the States these days. For a while there, you could only get this in the duty free.
We got that bottle so
And-
long ago.
It has been refilled a few times.
Yes.
Yeah, this isn't like 15-year-old Kahlua. Flavor would be pretty shot. 1/2 ounce of the Kahlua. We wanted a coffee liqueur. This one is Premier. Excellent, excellent product.
Oh, Eric says I found some pictures of Laurie Anderson and Lou Reed participating in the Mermaid
Oh,
Parade.
hello.
I love it.
I'm just imagining the comments from Lou.
too.
Hi, we're at the Mermaid Parade. That's it. That's all you get out of Lou.
5 dashes orange bitters, 5 dashes cocoa bitters.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we wanted to punch up. You want to punch up the
Trade check.
bitters flavors. A little orange and chocolate. Hello. This is also the Angstrom cocoa bitters. This is their newest product on the block. Okay. And what else do we do with this?
We're gonna fill with your chilled seltzer.
I will take the spray because I was holding on to that Kahlua bottle. You know, the simple fact is your liquor bottles are going to leak a little, drip a little.
And I'll take it back.
They will, okay. Yep,
Because I was also holding
they
on to
don't
that
leak,
bottle.
they drip a little, and then
Okay.
it's like, ew, sticky.
Yes. All right.
So, you know,
Okay.
one can only imagine a commercial
Hi,
bar.
Joe.
You have to have like a place to dip your bottles at all times.
Jamaican rum cream. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, Amy was there. She was at that mermaid parade. Wow.
Oh, hello.
I love it.
Hilarious. That's awesome. That's great. That's great. And
A straw.
Eric Chocolate Cocoa Bitters. Check them out. They should be available at your supermarket because I think it was like the one that's had that
They're not-
stronghold forever.
They're not at our supermarket,
So what would
but
you
they're
do
at
with
a large retailer that rhymes with Malwart.
Malwart? Anyway, yes, they're available from such places. Putting this guy
Gallmart.
Gallmart. I'm going to give this a bit of a stir. 'Cause I really want this stuff to combine, but you don't need to go crazy. And also get a little cold. And then top her up with. You know, the thing is, the cocoa actually has not a real heavy bitter chocolate hit like you might expect. Some chocolate bitters really do that, and I like them a lot. This one actually is more like a cocoa powder taste to it, and it's very nice. So worth trying and worth using alongside the other.
I'm going to drop the link again for this album.
Boom.
Have You Met Me Yet?
Have you met her yet? You haven't? Well,
By
time to check it
Angela
out.
Tini.
Angela sings for you.
I highly recommend picking up all of the music we'll be playing
what's
this
up?
evening
Yeah, please.
from Rum Bar Records.
We have been enjoying it for the past several days, and it's great stuff
Yeah.
on this hi-fi. It belongs on yours.
It is tall, dark, and handsome.
Oh, and it's dark.
It needs a
Nice.
an orange peel though.
Yes, it does. I agree.
Oh, I
So
did. I
using
said
this
garnish with an orange peel.
Stir to combine.
Look at that.
I'm going to take a little bit out of this. There's plenty of room for that peel. I'm going to
Oh, Eric, there probably
go
is.
for a nice substantial bit of orange peel, and I'll do the thing that you really need to do. Give it a bit of a turn.
And you could
give
definitely
it that
order
oomph.
them if you
On it
can't
goes.
find them in person. You can definitely order them.
I want the aroma
Right,
of
tall,
the
dark,
peel
and
right at your
handsome.
nose. It's really great in a drink like this. That's what you do with a little peel in a drink like this.
Ooh,
That's
that's
really nice.
good.
That's
I like
really
that.
nice.
Mm.
It's a really great highball. It is tall, it is dark, and you know,
If I do say so.
it's a good looker. I'm saying it's pretty awesome.
I love it.
Mm.
We're guaranteed to be hungry,
Ah.
I bet.
But definitely, people.
That's kind of how I felt in Coney Island because speaking of, now that he has a drink, Coney Island, because there's
Drink
just
over
we had so much let's face it, junk food in Coney Island,
Well,
but so worth
I
it.
wouldn't call it strictly junk, but
Well-
it was of the quickly prepared variety and fairly high in you know calories, salt, and fats, which is par for the course.
Don't forget your fry.
So well done.
Ooh, Mike's having an old fashioned. That
Oh,
sounds
well.
good. I enjoy an old fashioned.
Two at the most.
Oh, Peter, you could add chocolate shavings.
Sure.
Why not? Yeah.
Sure, if you had
go
some
for it.
nice, I would say a dark chocolate would really work well with this. And it's the cocoa is complementing the orange. I'm getting both of those flavors. It's sort of like a chocolate orange.
Oh yeah, Coney Island. It's because it's like carnival food.
It is.
And Nathan's.
And
you know.
it's been doing it now for over 100 years. Probably like what 1894 or so. The modern Coney Island starts
Ooh,
coming
Lisa's
into place.
having champagne.
Oh,
I love it.
Hello. Wow.
I love me some champagne.
This is indeed.
Okay, so it went great. It went really well.
It was a fantastic showing.
The only films we saw were the other comedy shorts on our block, which were all good.
And
there were no dogs on the lot.
And the opening night party film.
And and the film, the opening night, which was a documentary called Circus of the Scars, about the Jim Rose sideshows. If anyone
remembers those from back in the
from
day.
like Lollapalooza in the early 90s, the sideshow performers. It was a
And,
documentary about them, which was great. It was really good.
Noted like a lot of footage from talk shows of the era. They actually got around.
Ooh.
You might have actually seen them on Sally Jesse. Wow, that's gonna take.
Yes, they had clips of them on Sally Jesse.
And
Yeah.
like, you know, all the audience is going like, oh no, and it's like they didn't even.
What
do
did you think
the
was going to
really
happen
out
when you
there
got these
stuff.
sideshow performers on Sally Jesse?
You know,
anyway,
the guy's gonna.
I digress.
The guy's gonna tie some 40-pound weights to his
Ew.
junk, and you know, lack of a better word, and he's gonna lift stuff.
Eric says, "I'll be at the arts festival looking for the French fry booth first thing."
There you go. There you go.
Yum.
These places that actually, and particularly if they're sitting there slicing potatoes and throwing them in the oil, oh man, that's awesome. It's great stuff. Well, we absolutely, you go to Coney, you're hitting one of the oldest joints on the strip that's been doing it for that long. Nathan's. Big joint. They have many more things in the menu than they used to, but they will still serve you like dog, kraut, and mustard, or a chili dog, or a cheese dog. Oh wow, those are the best.
But it was great because
Those are great.
it was in the Coney Island Museum. So they had this incredibly kitschy bar, which was just like what the inside of my brain looks like.
It was just loaded with stuff. Like,
And
all sorts of little
and then they
totems
have
and things.
well, yeah, and like all the old funhouse mirrors and posters and stuff from Coney Island upstairs. It was really great.
A lot of fun.
So yeah.
Lots of fun. Yeah. The good stuff.
And we had friends come, which was if you came, thank you.
Yes.
We had friends come, which was
We-
awesome. And one of the
yeah,
actresses in the film came.
Yes.
Donna,
Basically
who plays the
several
cash,
people.
the store manager, Lori,
So,
came,
like,
and she was great.
Some of whom I like to term our Ohio locals, you know, certainly from state, who made the trip with Entourage and checked it out. And some of our friends from Connecticut and a little further upstate than us and whatnot. And Donna, our store manager,
Yes.
was actually in attendance, and it was just awesome to be there with cast. It was so cool. I mean, I was really glad to have her like see this in a theater, big screen, the way it's supposed to be. And honestly, it looked and sounded great. All we know is what we've been looking at for the past 6 months here. It's like, I don't know what
Hi,
it looks like
Ken.
in the wild. Kind of glad to see it in an average projector booth and like going from there, and suddenly you're like, this really looks on par with everything else I'm seeing
Ken
today.
says Nathan's frozen crinkle fries are the best.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
you can do that.
We had chili cheese fries.
We got
when were
Nathan's
there.
crinkle fries with cheese and chili.
Yes, all right.
And I'm kind of saying that those will give your animal style a run for the money. Those are pretty awesome. I actually, one of my colleagues at work was like, I don't even care about the dogs. I just want the crinkle cut fries. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting both, but you do you.
So for those of you just joining us, we are listening to Angela Tini, Have You Met Me Yet, from Rum Bar Records.
Bing, right there.
And I'm drinking the Angela Tini.
The Angela Tini.
The Angela
itself.
Tini,
Hello.
created by Jeannie Marie for Rum Bar Records. And I'll read the ingredients off again.
Yeah. So we could actually literally say that Ms. Angela Tini is in fact a tall, cool drink of.
She's a,
Just not
I
water.
would say she's a delicious drink of cocktail.
This is an excellent up drink tropical.
1 ounce
say.
lemon juice, ½ ounce pineapple juice, 1/4 ounce cinnamon bark syrup, ½ ounce orange curacao, 1 teaspoon allspice dram, ½ ounce light overproof rum, 1 ounce dark rum, a dash of bitters, and then you shake all that. Well, you muddle it. You muddle a coin-sized piece of ginger in your shaker. Add the rest of the ingredients. Shake with ice, and then you rub a twist of orange around the top of your glass. Give it a twist, and put it in.
And
So
that's
good.
It's
So good.
several ingredients. It's not an endless list. And there's just a little bit of this, that, and the other.
Are you a delicious drink of
Many
cocktail?
flavors going on in here. It's a really nice combo.
If I was picking people up, I'd use that. Aren't you
Oh, yeah.
a delicious drink of cocktail? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and what are you drinking?
I am drinking the Tall, Dark, and Handsome, which is all three of these things.
Inspired
It's
by Mozzy D's
it's a tall
album,
glass.
which is up next.
Boom, boom, boom. Yep, we'll be hearing Mozzy before long. 1½ ounces the dark Jamaican rum, ½ ounce of Kahlua. If you don't have Kahlua, but you do have a nice coffee liqueur, please, by all means. 5 dashes orange bitters, 5 dashes cocoa bitters. and chilled seltzer. You assemble this in your chimney glass. If you don't have a chimney like this, a Collins glass or just a tall cooler type glass will do the job. Ice it. Throw everything together. Stir, stir, stir top of the seltzer. And then add a slice of orange.
Oh, Phil's listening to us in the car. I love it.
Awesome. Oh, cool. Excellent, excellent.
Harry says I'm creating something called Alka's Seltzer. Oh, jeez.
Careful while I'm taking a sip there. Alka's. Wasn't there, there was a wacky package.
A dirty Angela Tini.
Oh.
That'd be a good variation. The dirty Angela Tini.
You could throw some stuff in there. I have to talk to the inventor of said and say, what would make this dirty?
Yes. I hate to step on any mixologist's toes.
I'm not going to do what makes a martini dirty by putting olive brine in there. That, bad idea.
But anyway,
but
you can find the link to Rum Bar Records Bandcamp page at the top of this feed, and I just dropped the link for this particular album. So I will be dropping all of them as the evening goes on.
One by one, folks. We'll be there in just a few short minutes. But in the meantime, Ms. Tini is still socking it to you. Woo! Doesn't this thing just rock? And I love how she just drops into like Italian pop, 60s pop songs. Like, oh yeah.
Hi, Ryan.
This thing is made for twisting.
Oh, just back from a rum tasting. How was that?
Bang.
What did you taste?
Yeah.
I'm so curious.
Curious. And, inquiring minds. Just want to say.
Mm-hmm. We'll be dancing to this live soon.
Before long, like in a month and not much more than that.
Like a month and...
A little. 5 weeks, perhaps.
Wow.
Phil knows. We're going to see him, too.
I know.
Hello.
We better.
Hello. So, boom.
Okay, anything else about Coney Island that we wanted to...
I can note that we, as part of our participation in the event, we actually had access to all of the shows, but they were all sold out. So we really had to be on standby. So we didn't end up seeing anything besides just like the 2 blocks of films. However, we also, proprietor was very careful to procure some tickets to the Wonder Wheel. So all
we
the
rode the Wonder
were
Wheel.
able to get a pair of passes, and we rode the Wonder Wheel.
And the Cyclone.
Which is now 100 years old. And because we were there, we're like, oh, do the Cyclone, just go and do it. It's really easy to get on. It was a fairly cool day by that point, but so I'm like, well, then let's just go on something that goes fast. And fast and hard.
Oh,
and
they
boy,
were
that's
both
a
really
Cyclone.
fun. They were both really fun.
I'm looking at this like 100-year-old coaster saying,
oh, Dime,
I'm
yes.
like, oh no, that'll shake you up.
Dime, you have to come back to Ohana.
Gotta come back, my friend. Doing it.
Oh, the Wonder Wheel is fun. And when we were in line for the Wonder Wheel, of course, they say, do you want a swinging car or a non-swinging car? Paul's like, swinging car.
Hey, man, we
so
always
we
have
one
a swinging car. The swinging car is the one that it gets right up to the top there, and then it starts moving along the tracks. And you're like,
El Dorado.
So,
El Dorado with the master distiller visiting from Guyana.
The entire range of LD. Wow.
We got some El Dorado out there.
We have, I think we're out of the 5-year, which is like, there's your Mai Tai rum right there. That works just great for that. But we've also got a bottle of the 12, I think, which is great stuff. We've also certainly in the past had 15. And, oh, you know what?
What?
You know something? We'll be right back. Haha. As you mentioned it.
I feel like Tootsie. Will he be back? He went to get something. Oh, here he comes.
Oh, he's coming.
Oh, Amy loves El Dorado 12.
Guess what?
Are there smoky bitters to go with a chimney glass? There are. And you know what? We've also been known to use liquid smoke in drinks.
Liquid smoke is a great ingredient to use in food, and it's a great ingredient to use in cocktails. When we talk about using your Angostura in soups, which the bottle tells you, go ahead and do so. It's concentrated flavor. Well, we've actually used the liquid smoke in drinks, just like a couple of drops. You don't want this thing to just taste like a fire, but it should, just a little hint of that. Great idea. And then there are some liquors out there, like the Angela Reyes, the Verde, El Rojo, which have that kind of smoky flavor to it, which complements the chilies very strongly. So, what she's not about to see, because I'm going to sock it to you, talk about El Dorado product, what do you know? One of my coworkers, actually, his family comes from Ghana. And he said he came back from like visiting the old homestead, and he said a little something for everybody. So I've got a sampler bottle size of 12, 15, and 21 right here. Oh boy, this is a great little stocking stuffer, gotta say. So that's very cool. We'll just kind of put this right back there.
So yeah,
Speaking of your oldies,
the smoke. This isn't bitters, but we got this at Lake George Distilling, which is Indian Kettles Smoke. It's a unaged smoked corn whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
And
which does have the flavor.
Yeah,
The
I mean, it
flavor's
was
very
like, we
distinct in
still
there.
have some because it's you don't use it for everything. I'll put it that way. But it was interesting enough that we bought it.
But you have notable liqueurs that actually have a smoky flavor, like your Scotch and your mezcal.
Ooh,
We work with
Mike!
both, of course.
Mike, bon voyage, going to Hawaii.
Hello.
Jelly.
You don't say.
Jelly.
A little bit of jelly and jam going on
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Eric says, I've been cheering myself up watching my favorite Dustin Hoffman interview blooper. I haven't seen that. Is it safe for work? Hawaii sounds great.
Hawaii sounds marvelous.
I know.
Spit out a lot of really good rum. Oh, why?
I like woody smoke flavors. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had any. Dairy. Dare we pour out a taste?
We're here, aren't we?
All right.
Shall we? Don't mind if we do. Sometimes if we haven't tasted it in a while, we'll retaste.
That's a good question.
To ensure.
Okay, here. You got Aaron Burr.
I got Aaron.
We hit
You
our
got
tasting
Al.
glasses. All right, here you go.
There you go.
I wouldn't call it
just in it.
graphic. Okay. Because I haven't seen it, so.
Oh yeah, I can definitely smell that like immediately.
Yeah.
off of that.
I'm just giving myself the. Hi,
Hello,
Mozzy
from
D. Okay, he's drinking a drink that is inspired by your album, so we'll read it off to you again.
We will do that. This, in fact, is the tall, as you can see. Dark and
Mozzy D
handsome.
is here, y'all.
Check
And we're
it
about to play
in the
your
comments.
album right after this.
Throw a little love her way,
Yes,
please.
yes, okay.
She dropped on by.
Let's all welcome Miss Mozzy D.
I'm enjoying the tall, dark, and handsome.
Okay.
Currently listening to Angela Tini, but we're going to hear Mozzy
We'll
in
be
like
putting that on in just a minute.
mere minutes.
So, so the tall, dark, and handsome is as follows: 1.5 ounces dark Jamaican rum, a ½ ounce Kahlua, 5 dashes orange bitters, 5 dashes cocoa bitters. Combine in a chimney glass and fill with chilled seltzer, and it is delicious.
I give it a little stir just to get it nice and cold. Top of the seltzer, orange peel on top there. Give it a little bit of, just get some of that. And then when you start drinking, you've got that like heavy orange oil flavor in your nose. It's great.
Yeah, this
Really
definitely has a burn.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is the Indian Kettles Smoke unaged smoked corn whiskey from Lake George Distilling. It's got a burn for sure, but it's a fun mixer.
Oh, yeah.
We'll make sure you get it. We'll make sure you get the recipe. Definitely. I'll send all of these to Lou after we're done. Oh, okay, good. All right, people are chatting. I love it. Yay. Oh, the interview of Mrs. Robinson. Oh, jeez. Mrs. Robinson, are you trying to seduce me?
And guess what? Ms. D has showed up just in time. Okay, switch
Yay.
out the pole position.
All right.
We'll be back.
Yes, we got to put your CD up and
Just
back.
heard the fabulous Angela Tini. She's talking to you. Did that one kick your butt? Prepare for some more butt kicking. Whoa. This album is simply called Orle. And this one really does it
love
as
it.
well, folks. It's going to give
You
it
think
a
a
little
dessert
tack on
version with cream would work. Oh, of the tall, dark, and handsome, you mean? That would be great. Yeah, definitely not the smoked, unaged corn whiskey. But yeah, the tall, dark, and handsome with some cream, that would be amazing.
Hello. Got it. Okay.
So good.
So you can see that Mozzy's right there.
Okay, all right, yes.
These CD covers are a little
In fact, I'm going to
slightly dwarfed
I'm
by
going
the
to
LP
drop
covers,
the
but
link
They're there.
to Mozzy D's album. The link to all of the albums is at the top of the feed, but this is the one just for this album. So if you just want to go there and buy it right now, I highly recommend it. I recommend doing
boom.
so.
There we go. We got that
All right,
going
you know
on,
what?
Tim.
Let me make sure. I think I hit an extra key. I'm going to do it again.
Oh, one more time. Just making
So
sure.
use the one
I would take it back if
below.
I could.
I can't take it. Well, I can. I can. So let me.
Let me see. That looks like. No, you've got it. Yeah.
Does it?
That's
Oh,
identical
okay.
both places.
I shared it twice. You'll see it twice.
So go.
It'll work.
Go and check it out. Go get it twice.
Oh, okay,
You only need to
Eric.
get it
I
once.
get it. I get
But-
it, Eric. Okay.
But I tell you, as I was
I
saying
got it.
about Ms. Tini, Ms. D is making our hi-fi happy, and we'll do the same for yours. There's a really nice crunchy sound to this whole thing. Not granola. I mean like overloaded amplification.
like
wow.
records.
Nice vocal sound, nice guitar sound. Like that's where I like that to be. Yowza.
I'll hand that to you.
Well, this one is broken.
Yes, Peter, we're going to have the Laissez up next.
Yes.
Yes, so we just heard Angela Tini. Now we're hearing Mozzy D, and then we'll hear the Laissez next.
Decided to back-to-back our
Oh, our pleasure, Ms.
Ballsy
Mozzy
gals,
D.
because-
We're so happy to share and to have the album. Yay! Congratulations on the album.
I'm noting if I
No burn, no learn.
Hey, you gotta figure these things out.
Poor interviewer was beside herself.
I'm noting the entire album
Yes, buy early, buy often. Dime
consisting
says.
of original material and a hell of a lot of tracks which have our singer's name on them.
Yes.
Wow. This is fantastic. Check that stuff out.
Yes.
You know? You write it, you sing it. Now, this is
Very
just,
impressed.
this is just great stuff. Rum Bar Records, folks. Thank you, Lou, for providing.
Yes.
Thank you, Mozzy, for singing. And for dropping in on us. Any questions for,
And
for
for
our
the-
talent, please? There you go. And buy her record.
Exactly. Buy her record.
I like it. You know, seriously, that's what we're here about. And I'm drinking her drink. It's tall. It's dark.
Which would be amazing
It's
with
handsome.
cream, actually.
It's not so dark anymore because it's kind of disappearing. That's the only thing.
I know. I looked at it. I was like halfway down. I was like, oh boy.
Well, you know, you make a good one, and hey, I'm thirsty.
All originals. That's so great. I love it. Lou is the best.
Oh,
We love
he's-
Lou.
I have seen him in person a number of times, and he is just a cool dude who is ready to make this stuff happen. I saw
Cool
a good
dude in a
interview,
loose
a
mood.
really good interview with him, where somebody was asking him about the business and all that, and like, you know, how do you do? And
Eric's
like,
getting poetic, by the way.
and is like, is this self-supporting? And he's like, it does okay. You know, I'm sure it's a hell of a lot of work to get all of this stuff together, and if you're coordinating people and recording sessions and pressing plants and all this kind of stuff, good grief. It makes you very thankful that there is such a thing these days as downloads.
Yes.
You can follow that link right there to scroll up a little bit.
Exactly.
You can just go grab this album.
Hi, Daniel.
right
Good
now.
to see you.
But if you want a CD, you can get that too. Sure.
So my drink is gone.
Yeah, I'm looking. What's in my hand? What's in my hand?
So I'm going to make another one.
No drink.
Oh, tall, dark, and handsome.
Hello. Ba-boom, ba-boom.
Yes. If you want to read off what was in the tall, dark, and handsome again, I'm going to grab me a
I don't mind if I
shaker.
do.
Well, actually, there's one right here.
Okay. Let me
So
see
I
if I
can
call
make
this
another
properly
drink.
because we just made this recently.
Oh.
Here's what you do.
Lisa, I want to play the Clams' new album too. So I just want to coordinate that with Dano and make sure it's cool.
We'll make it
But
happen. Dano?
maybe we can do that next week.
I am fairly certain that he's interested
Yeah.
to share the wealth with you, and it's a lot
Oh,
of good
Eric,
stuff.
of course.
A lot of good stuff. Can I tell you? So once again, you take yourself a tall glass. I have a chimney style. This happens to be that fun crystal with the bamboo carved into it, which I love. Very nice. If you have something that's more of a Collins, yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. Whatever. Fill with ice. Now pour over that 1.5 ounces of dark rum of your choice. If you have Karuba or Myers, oh yeah, good stuff. 1/2 ounce of your coffee liqueur. Used the. It's not even in my hand anymore.
Kahlua?
The shock Woolworth of Kahlua. 5 dashes of orange bitters, 5 dashes of the standard bitters. Or was it chocolate bitters? Cocoa bitters?
Cocoa bitter.
Cocoa
5
bitters.
dashes cocoa bitters, 5 dashes orange bitters.
Okay, give that a good stir. Top with seltzer. orange peel, give it a twist on there, and away you go. This thing disappears a little quickly.
It does.
That's a real shame.
Oh
Make
yes,
another.
we've got votes for the clams. So we're gonna coordinate this with Dano and just make sure it's all legit.
And boom, boom, boom.
Because I don't like getting cease and desist orders, but I'm on the cover of the album, so hopefully it will be okay.
Well, this is the one over here. I'm telling you, we did actually.
That bottle almost looked like a gummy bear. It's shock mole.
It's a shock bowl. People, it looks an awful lot like some sort of tiki god, but it's actually a Maya god. So,
although,
Well-
laissez-faire. I am about to make a drink
Pow, pow,
inspired
pow, pow.
by your album.
could that be with us before long? It's not going to take long when we get there.
No, but I just got a really funny idea though,
But,
because
you know, we just popped on Ms. Mozzy, and she is rocking your world. So
you can buy
yeah.
big plastic gummy bears. I forget what comes in them, but it's some candy or something.
Gummy
But-
bears?
It's a big plastic gummy bear, like that big.
Does it contain small gummy bears? Made out of
Probably.
gum.
Well, probably, but I'm thinking you could take some of those gummy bear bottles and put booze in them, and that would be hilarious.
Well, that would work. Why not?
I love the drink. It's so good.
I'm thinking to myself, these are materials that you can access. There's nothing really strange that you might have to order. We use the Angostura orange and Angostura cocoa bitters in this, and it's really just assemble in a tall glass, a lot of ice. You don't have to have this funny angled straw in metal, but if you do, hey, that's appropriate.
Okay, so gummy rummy.
And I have this strange feeling
There
you would
you
enjoy.
go.
And the thing about singers is that they go up there and they use a lot of energy and they get very thirsty. So after several tracks up there, you might enjoy this.
Oh, okay. We got people digging the music. I love it. Oh, good. Oh, Ryan, I'm so glad. Yes, Ryan's been all up in Rum Bar Records all week. I love it. I'm going to drop the link again to the album. All right. Let me copy it. I'm sure it was still copied, but
Just making sure that nothing
Mercury's
weird
in
comes up.
retrograde, so
Who can tell? Who can tell?
Okay.
We did start off the evening with Miss Angela Tini, and
Yes.
and we're moving right along with Miss Mozzy D, who's with us right here, right now.
Yay!
So
I'm
this
so
is
glad
like,
you came.
If you want to just check that, sir. There you go. And you're listening to it, and I'm just like, this is one of those albums where it's like it starts rocking, and then it gets more rocking,
I know.
and then it gets more rocking, and you're like, what? But yeah.
How is that possible that it got more rocking? But it did.
They just dig in.
Okay, so I am calling this one. This one is based on the Laissez-Fairs, who we will be hearing next.
Shortly. No doubt at all.
And this one is called, are the clams New York clam chowder or New England style? I would say...
Might just be Rhode Island.
Might be
clam
Rhode
chowder.
Island style.
I don't know. I get this strange
Gotta
feeling.
ask Dan.
I'd ask him that question sometimes. See how it is.
Okay, Mercury
Explains a few
retrograde.
things.
Yeah, it does explain a few things, right, Peter?
And before you proceed, I just want to say I have been describing
Okay.
both of our gal singers tonight as balls to the wall, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sticking by that phrase. That absolutely.
Okay, so
Take no prisoners.
this one is inspired by the next album we will be listening to, the Laissez-Fairs, and it's called Laughing Boy. So to make
All of these
Laughing
all of
Boy,
these songs have just great titles, and I love Laughing Boy too. Yeah.
so far I have combined 2 ounces
Laughing
of bourbon and a half-ounce sour cherry liqueur.
This is a good place to be already. If you stop there and pour it over ice, you're happy.
Yeah,
So
then you've
let's kick it
basically
up.
got
Let's kick it up.
something close to a Manhattan, but I'm going to add a 1/4 ounce Ancho Reyes Verde liqueur.
Little bit of that sort of chili flavor, a little smoke.
Yes.
A
And
little bit of bitterness.
a half-ounce fresh lemon juice.
Is there a little bitterness in the song Laughing Boy? Oh, I don't know. Oh, no.
Okay, so... Oh, I didn't add the lemon juice yet.
I think
I would be drinking this going, something's missing.
I think I just got a yes to the concept that this is balls to the wall. Oh,
Yes.
jeez. And take no prisoners. I kind of
Oh,
like that,
yes.
too. It's like, we're
Okay.
Screaming for vengeance. No, this is for real.
Okay, so I'm gonna shake this with ice. I'm not done.
No, but wait, folks, there's more.
I'm not done. Okay, shake with ice.
Now, how much would you pay? Available on KTL Records.
Yes, I could not make a drink called Laughing Boy. Okay.
Yeah, it screams at you and it says go.
All right.
By the way, none of these albums are available on KTEL yet.
Is KTEL still around?
We actually looked into that recently.
I know, I forgot.
The answer to that question. Wait for it. Yes, it's still around. They're still licensing all this stuff that they own rights to.
Oh my
It's crazy.
God.
I want to see like the Laissez collection on really thin vinyl with like inserts and stuff. KTEL presents Laissez.
Hooray!
Like what? Hilarious.
Hooray! This is so great.
Florida, baby.
I love it. Okay, so would you mind passing me a chilled cocktail glass, please?
Do you need this to taste 73% better?
I do.
Oh, I do.
I do.
Well, what the heck? That's
So we'll
why the
use a
glass-
Velveteen Lounge kitchen glass.
Well, you know, it's the way to go. Gotta get the top one though. Give me trouble.
I'll be having a beer later, so I can use my Rum Bar Records beer koozie.
Hello. Got
Okay.
those two.
So I strain into a cocktail glass. I have extra, so I'll be pouring it over here. Wow, this made a lot, actually.
Once again, you practically had a full bonus cocktail in that cocktail.
Oh, Lisa, we have KTEL albums too.
It's like
I
the
know.
self-refilling cocktail glass. I like that idea.
How do you explain KTEL to a millennial? That's a good question.
It's kind of like the Napster of the internet.
We're not done.
No, that's actually a poor explanation. But actually, that makes as much sense. What the hell was that?
I have some overproof bourbon. What could go wrong? That I will be floating on top.
What could go wrong is shots of overproof bourbon.
All right,
so what
so
she's
to
doing is giving us
float,
a flavor.
We're going to pour it
On top of
over
such
the
things,
back
and
of
hello.
a spoon into our glass. And I'm being careful because I don't want to douse my drink in overproof. Because I don't want bad outcomes.
And nor are you going to whip
There
out a
we go.
match and light that on fire. So,
No, I'm not.
no.
Okay. Laughing Boy. Let's give it a try.
Yeah, I've been enjoying the 12 Dog Anthem, and apparently I enjoyed it a little too much because, boy, this is down.
Eric says people are surprised that I know who Enoch Light was. Really?
Used to hear Enoch Light on my mother's
I feel like everyone we know
easy
knows
listening
who Enoch Light
station
is.
a long time ago, right next to Percy Faith and Mr. Ray Conniff.
Alright. So good. Oh,
There we go.
that's good too.
Is this as acid and bitter as the song? Let's
Well,
find
I mean,
out.
it's delicious, but it's definitely got a kick.
Oh, yeah.
Got a kick.
Another one gonna kick you.
Yeah.
Overproof is actually beyond about 80.
Yes, this one happens to be
typically above 90 is where
This
you're
one's
gonna find something
101
overproof.
proof.
Yeah, because your typical bottle these days is coming in about 80 proof. Certain products are usually higher, like Scotch is frequently 86 or 90.
Peter, you were the
A lot of
only
gins these days are
second
90.
grader who knew who Andy Gibb was.
No way!
Oh my god, I feel
Didn't
like
we all?
I know. Well, you might be younger than us. I'm just saying.
I believe that is correct, but only by a few. So you're within the same bracket, generally
Okay.
speaking. KTEL was
So
one
good.
of those things that, of course, you had to like do a lot of mail order with KTEL. So if I were to make some sort of an internet analogy, that might work. But you would find them at stores too.
Thank
And
you.
You used to find a lot of it. at
Mozzy D
thrifts.
loves her outfits. Thank
Excellent.
you.
Thank you.
We went matchy-matchy this evening.
We wanted to represent. The music is so
I
rocking.
know.
Had to get something
Right?
with a lot of flavor. So, but
Do you need another drink?
I will. I do. I will. I will. I do. You could probably pour me the rest of that thing over there, and
What am I gonna have?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what. I'll pour me some more,
Pour me.
and then you can have the rest.
Sounds fair.
All right. There you go. It's drippy. Be careful.
It is. You know what? Before I mess up the bar.
Oh, it's too late. We already messed up the bar.
Like,
Although someone shared in the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen Facebook group a video of this guy who does a YouTube show. I forget what it's called now, but he was showing his bar after his live broadcasts, and wow, That was a mess. I don't know what he does, but it made our bar look really clean. Oh, beatbox to Tito Puente. Oh my gosh, Eric. See, these are our people.
Yeah, you got the standard size glass, and I have the
I'm the kid who went to like
overflow glass.
I'm the kid who went by myself to like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers movies, so I get it. Whose siblings had any Barry Manilow records?
She saw him twice in the 70s, and there was a great story where the first time she saw him, they showed up to an arena in Providence, Rhode Island, and there was a whole table full of bagels with cream cheese ready to go. Barry, as you recall, of course you recall this, had a beagle named Bagel, who used to appear on his album covers. So there you go.
I did not know that until you told me.
Also,
Okay.
being a Jewish American, he was very familiar with, like, you know, like a good damn bagel. And I think, like, power to you, my friend. And he was just one of these consummate showmen at the time. He'd spent a long time, like, working in music and writing a hell of a lot of jingles for commercials and stuff. And then suddenly he got a gig working for...
Hi, Wesley. Yes, it was How to Drink. That's what it was. How to Drink. Thank you. Yes, it was hilarious. It was great. Oh, Eric says, I would make percussion sounds with my mouth, cracking my parents up. I love it. Okay, so I just want to share again with those of you just joining us. We are listening to Mozzy D, RLA. I'm going to drop the link again. So you can go pick it up.
Pick it up, put it in your pocket.
Pick it up, take it home.
You can download this right now.
You can't go wrong with this
right
music.
here on our stage.
You can't go wrong with the entire Rum Bar Records catalog, but
Yeah,
we're enjoying this one right now.
We
so.
have by now done a number of promos in conjunction with Lou, who himself is a certain force of nature.
Yes.
And he just keeps releasing stuff like mad. It's just like, oh, well, I got this great band, let's record them, they got an album. Or a band that has this whole retrospective and it's like 2 CDs worth of, like 20 years worth of stuff. It's like, oh yeah, let's release that, boom, done. And then suddenly you got all this stuff and he's like, here, play this
Eric
stuff.
bookmarked
So,
Rum Bar Records on his Bandcamp. Okay, good.
it's just one of those things where you talk to certain people about certain labels which
Oh,
just
no.
specialize in something, and you know that you're getting what you're in for. Like at the early years of like Atlantic Records was very concentrated around R&B, blues, jazz. It's like you know what you're going to get. It was all like so curated, and that's a very good term to use here.
Yes.
Or like Blue Note Records back in the day was specializing in very specific types of jazz and gospel and all that. You know what you're getting. And those records are very collectible these days just because of the way what was done. The only other thing I can think of is like there are like certain recording studios. I'm thinking of Van Gelder, that comes to mind. It's like he got a sound. People love that sound. They will seek out stuff recorded at Rudy's place, which was in like Cliffside Heights or something? Where was that?
Was he in that film we saw the other day?
No, I did not see Rudy in that film. Anyway,
Why is that name so, it's like stuck in my head.
I think half of our record collection was recorded at Van Gelder's. So.
But we were watching something about Van Gelder recently.
He wasn't in what we saw. Anyway.
We saw some, anyway, whatever.
I make the comparison,
Matter,
I'll come back to the present. Bandcamp is just a very curated label.
Oh, Eric, go for it.
He puts out stuff that is just, it's just balls to the wall stuff. It's just like, let's rock. Let's blues. Let's just power pop. I mean, there's a lot of great power pop on the label. I mean, these are different types of styles, but it all has just guts. It's just guts music. A lot of it is pretty rootsy. A lot of it has a very authentic sound. I'm hearing a lot of vacuum tubes going on over there.
Errol says, remember the cereal box records? We saw a display. We went to the WFMU record fair one year.
Some years ago.
And one of the DJs who used to play like all kinds of, it was the Antique Radio Hour, which he doesn't.
He hadn't done it in a while.
He hasn't done it for a while, but he
would only play cylinders and 78s. That's what
and he had a whole display of those records from cereal boxes, and he had them posted on a wall, and he put the thumbtack through the hole in the center so it wouldn't make a hole in the record. It was really great.
Now he would actually do the cereal box records, the records that you could mail, records that were basically postage stamps, that kind of stuff, flexi discs, all that kind of, like these really cheaply made records. I have a couple that I picked up some years ago that were these mail order things that were samplers that are R&B, and I really should dig them up and play them because I don't think I ever have. And they just turned up, and I was like, these are cool. A lot of fun. And they're probably just made on very thin vinyl, so they're fairly
I'm going to
durable.
let you field this one.
All right.
From Ken. Since he was at Hofstra, and I was not.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, that's Adam Smith's... Wasn't there a whole PBS show, Adam Smith's Money World, you know, where somebody was talking about, like, let's actually talk about the capital system, etc., etc. And we don't need...
What fun.
We don't need to go into the Marxist critique of such things. That's
Let's not.
That's a different
It's really not.
academic kind of thing. We're just talking about, you know, like starting to rock.
We'll keep that for the after hours broadcast.
It's kind of like halfway through the record, and then it started rocking. And then it started rocking?
Ooh, Peter had a
Gotta love that.
Spider-Man record from a cereal box. What did we see recently that was on a cereal box? I can't remember anything tonight.
They're around 1970, fairly late in the game for such things. Kellogg's, which had been sponsoring the Monkey Show, did a whole new round of
That's
Monkeys
not what I was
music
thinking of, but...
on their cereal boxes, and suddenly you could get like all sorts of songs on them. And the thing to note is that what you were talking about was a really thin sheet of plastic pressed into cardboard. So you're thinking, that must have sounded like bleep. Yeah, they do. They sound like bleep. They're really terrible. Vinyl flexi discs sound a lot better by comparison, and they do not sound any good. They're just too thin. But I got more than a few flexis inside Mad Magazine, and those are always hilarious. So it's kind of great stuff.
Do you still have them?
They're around somewhere. I don't think I threw any of that stuff out.
They're in a safe place. I always say that when it's something we can't find. Oh, it's in a safe place.
Probably better than getting lost, we just want to say.
Although, I have to say, recently, I found a whole trove of vintage clothing that I forgot I owned.
Hello.
There was this filthy, filthy suitcase in our basement. And I was like, we got to get rid of that. So he brought it up, and it was full of all these vintage clothes I forgot I had. I was
Well,
like,
it was-
woohoo, it's like Christmas morning.
It was cleanup week around here, so we were putting some stuff out to go.
Dano!
Hey, Dan.
We were talking about you
Dan,
earlier. We want to do the clams next week, so are you in? Clams Live record release happy hour?
We could throw on a number of clams releases, but feature the newest because ceviche is where you want to be.
Dan
eh?
says, joining late, 2 glasses of El Dorado in. Now want to release a clams box of cereal with our next drink. Do it! Do it!
I think you need to have a large can of clam juice.
Oh, so, okay, next week.
Ready?
Next week.
Ready? A large can of clam juice.
Okay.
And the steel tin has a groove that you can play. And you pop it off, pop out the center, put it on your turntable, like, oh wow, that sounds horrible. You know, that's just
Oh my God,
amazing. One of those big, like, you know, 22 ounce
Hi,
cans of
Colonel
clam
Keg.
juice. Boom, boom.
So,
Colonel,
okay.
yeah, we got some ag grooves happening right here. Listen
All right,
to that
I'm
sound.
going to share the link again. We're currently listening to Mozzy
Mozzy
D,
D.
or LA. I'm going to drop
Yep.
the link on you again.
All of you guitarists
people can
who
go
are joining us, you're
buy
listening
it.
to some really fab distortion happening on that axe over
I
there.
was so happy. It really was like Christmas morning.
You know, a sudden thing. It was. I brought this thing up because I was about to toss it. I'm like, this is heavy. What's in here? I'm like,
I know.
oh, I don't know.
I was like,
Let's
oh,
find
I
out.
just donate it. And then he opened. I was like,
When you
what
haven't
was
seen
I
it,
thinking?
when you haven't seen
Donate
it in
my
10
ass.
years, it's about time to see what the hell you stowed, just to get out of the way. You know?
Okay, I've dropped. We're listening to Mozzy D or LA again on Rum Bar Records.
Palm diggity, baby.
And yes, drop the link where you can pick it up. Sounds like
just a
sounds
feature.
like some have been sold.
I'm not trying to like bury it. I just don't want it to fall off the deck over here. Yes, this is Miss D singing for you. Let me get that level. Hello, isn't that fantastic?
Yes,
Orale, baby.
Make sure that the light's not shining.
Totally
off of that.
shining on
Yes,
our featured performer.
yes.
If I recall properly, there are 2 hidden tracks on this album, and I think we're just about getting to them. Am I right? This is great. I love when it's like, hey, wait a minute. It kept going. There's more stuff in there. There's all these CDs out there that where like the CD ends and then there's like 30 seconds of silence and then all this other stuff happens. Hidden tracks, Easter eggs, as they call them. Hello, hello, hello. Big fun. Okay, putting this back over here so that our artist is featured.
Visible behind us.
Right there, there. You want that to be on a big 12-inch cover so it's just like, oh man, you know? That's the thing with CD covers. That's the thing. Although certain producers of CDs make larger covers for said things. I'm just saying. Such things could happen.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're so grateful to have it. Mozzy D.
Yes,
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here.
I've given this a few spins over the past week to familiarize, and I'm like, oh yeah, just throw this sucker on. And if you're like, you've got a few people over and you're making a few whiskey drinks, and you just want the place to start rocking, put this on.
I gave you part of this drink, right?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, I know. I'm making sure because it's growing low, and I wanted to make sure I didn't drink the whole drink by myself because I want another drink.
I want another drink. We started out the evening, of course, with just a re-promo Ms. Angela Tini, and we actually made the Angela Tini, which was excellent. But I'm saying was past tense because also gone. Oh well,
I know. And Tall, Dark, and Handsome disappeared too.
Tall, Dark, and Handsome was taller and it still disappeared. So there you go. But fantastic. 2 new releases from Rum Bar, baby.
Oh, hope you can get it made on vinyl one day. Well, we have to have that.
You know something?
Yeah, we would need to own that.
There are people who pine for the sound of such things. The major thing I can say about LPs is that I can file them more easily. That's why I collect them. That sounds crazy, but it's like if they fit in one place, I know where to find them, and it's like, oh wait, I need Ms. Mozzy D. Boom, done. Throw it on, done, easy. And like I've got it. We have a Fab turntable over there. I happen to be a fan of Thorin's, still being made. Not particularly cheap, but it's not cheap if it's quality.
Turntable talk.
Turntable talk. You can buy a lot of cheap turntables. My advice: don't do that. Go a little more, and you can find a really nice machine. You'll be set up for life. You know? We did a live video one time that turned into like really geeky hi-fi talk. Esoteric hi-fi talk.
And it was like we'd already been going for over 2 hours. And I told Paul, I'm gonna go lay down. You shut down the broadcast when you're ready because I was so over it.
Went for another 45 minutes.
I know. I was just like, night everyone, I'm leaving.
We really need like the after party for like the hi-fi club where we can just start talking about. So anyway,
and you can watch me sleep.
What stylus have you been using? You know, nobody cares.
What's Kelly doing? She's watching Charlie's Angels.
What's Charlie's? You know, watching some Aaron Spelling.
Oh, this has been Boston. Oh my gosh. Okay.
If that's a new pressing, I hope that wasn't too crazy because, boy, Boston,
Hi-Fi
all their
Club.
albums are available.
After Hours Hi-Fi Club.
Uh-oh.
What's Kelly doing? She's watching Charlie's Angels.
We could talk about, like, LPs versus other formats. We play it all over here. We're literally playing every format I can get my hands on.
He plays 8 tracks.
Yeah, I maximize the sound. They don't all sound alike, but I gotta say, I'll put LPs next to CDs. I'm not hearing a lot of difference tone-wise. I mean, the right equipment, it works. It all works.
I used to don't have the right equipment.
Why?
Because I don't hear the difference.
Well, there we go. I'm saying the right equipment, it all works. That's the kicker. Back in the day, people would argue about, oh, this sounds better than that, blah, blah, blah. I've heard a lot of CDs in my day that were like, that mastering is no good. And that makes a difference.
Oh my God, upgraded from 8-track. Oh, Ryan says, I just bought a car with a CD player. I need some CDs now. Upgraded from 8-track. I think he would love to have an 8-track player in the car.
I need the appropriate car. And a contemporary car doesn't make any sense. But in a 1970 Challenger, now you're rocking.
Oh, the Highway Hi-Fi, Dan?
Oh, yes. The Highway Hi-Fi was re-upped for that.
Oh, Boston's great, right?
Oh, well, they're just...
Yeah.
They're your basic power pop group right there.
Yep.
Like big production, you know. MIT guy who was just like, let's have a home recording studio. Bang! Done diggity.
Now neither of us has a drink.
Yeah, we're actually onto like the bonus tracks, which just kind of just keep rocking along.
I know. I love a bonus track.
There's more?
Don't you?
Just keeps rolling along, man. Well, do you need another one of these kind of things, or do you want to move on to a beer tap?
Okay, so you're making... Go back to our cheat sheet.
I'm actually going to wait until we're on the album itself. So
okay, then maybe...
I can space that out.
All right.
I can do that.
Do you have an idea?
Move on to straight vodka. No, moving on to water.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Spacing is
I'm gonna go grab us a beer. I'll be right back.
Grab me a beer. Whoop, hello. Whoops.
Everything's fine.
I know. Clean up on aisle 5. If you want to grab 2 beers, I'll throw one in back of me.
All right.
That sounds good. But yeah, we're still rocking. This is just like, I like how this just shuffles along and keeps pushing and pushing. And then you get like that piano hitting. Oh, I'm telling you.
Here we go.
I thank you very kindly.
I know that voice, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Tom got the CD. Hello?
Oh,
Confirm
I love
sale.
it. I love it. Okay, great. Okay,
Boom,
cool.
boom, boom, boom. Anybody else who's interested, I believe that there is a download and there is the disc. You can get it, or you can just grab
Peter
it right
says,
now.
I'd make a drink with some orange liqueur. We could do that.
They'll be done.
I'm thinking. Oh, is it done?
I think we have moved on. So now,
Oh, all
actually, I
right,
can
all
make a
right.
drink now because
Okay.
are the Laissez still here, just hanging out because we're about to kick
All right.
it.
Well, we're gonna. Okay, you go fire up the old.
The old,
The old CD
the old
player.
Chevelle, and we'll make that sort of happen. The
Okay,
Laissez Faire
all right.
is singing in your head or about to kick you. Let's
Okay.
do it.
All right. All right. I'm gonna.
Got to grab a different remote and make things happen.
You were listening to RLA
RLA.
by Ms. Mozzy D. So excited. I'm gonna put you back. I'm gonna put you right there. And put this one over here. What did I do? Oh, there it is. Okay, got my clip. Yes. Okay, they're here. They're here. Okay,
We got the
fabulous. We do. So go fire up the old player.
They are not Laissez.
All right. Okay, on deck. On deck. Okay, good.
Kick it.
I forced my. Oh my gosh. Mike says I had a couple of cassettes that I forced my children to listen to when we were in the car. You gotta turn it up a little bit.
That's that sound.
All right. Can you hear it? Let's make sure we can hear it. All right. We need to be able to hear it. I'm going to go drop the link for where you can buy this self-same album. Okay. Okay, Peter says we can hear. Okay, good. All right.
I can hear it. I can hear it.
Sharing the link.
And boom.
And boom.
Gotta love it.
Boom.
So
People used to steal 8-track players out of cars in Boston. What?
Isn't there a whole Chips episode where they're stealing tape players out of cars?
Yeah, that's in LA.
You know, I gotta find. I actually have to find. Here we go. So this album right here, which we're listening to. Gotta see if we can press this onto an 8-track tape, which would be highly appropriate considering the
Do you
musical
press
content.
onto 8-track tapes or do you record onto 8-track
You record.
tapes?
It's tape.
Yeah.
It's tape. If you give me the blanks, I
8-track's
can do
not
it.
pressed.
But it's the software that counts. If you're really interested in such things, get in touch with us, John. And we can make that happen. That would be hilarious. You know, like, I got a tape. Bonus tracks. Boom, boom, boom.
8-track. I
Eight,
love it.
8.
Okay, now do you want to make your cocktail or?
I can do that. If
Okay.
you want to make your thing while I sort of
No,
get all
I
that
was.
together.
You go for it.
Okay.
It's your turn.
It is your turn.
It's your turn.
In fact, I believe that you're going to need one of these. Just
I'm gonna need a Rum Bar Records koozie.
We've already had Laughing
Wait,
Boy
wait.
from this.
Hold on, which one is which? I'm gonna use the Mozzy D one.
Oh, there we go.
Because
Excellent.
Mozzy D is here.
Because she's here. We
know.
just finished the Mozzy album, which,
All right.
like, again, bonus tracks. It just kind of keeps going on. Oh, hello. I love that.
Okay.
Easter eggs.
All right.
It kept rocking.
Here we go. You use that one. All right.
There was some commercial years ago with, like, some gal
So
in a
exciting.
rocking
Okay.
chair where somebody was singing, and then she started rocking. And then the next thing, she's got a Stratocaster, and she's just, like, shredding. I'm like,
Well, that's
oh, hello.
like Rocker magazine.
Mom diggity. Uh-huh.
H-track. Okay, yeah.
If you're really interested in such things, I'm looking at an HR, right?
The generation before us
order right over there.
And turntables in their
So-
cars. True story. I know. Well, I remember you had an ad for the Highway Hi-Fi, which was just a full-on record player in the dashboard.
There are 3 devices to consider. The actual Highway Hi-Fi was made by Columbia and used special software. So if you got one of those, you've got to get the records. That's your problem.
I'm going to turn it around so it faces
RCA came out with something called the Auto Victrola. I want one of those. That plays 45s. And you load about 10 in there, and it just plays them automatically. Is it a little rough on the records? Of course it is. Don't be silly.
He decided one time to take the portable record player on the train.
I did do that.
But I think it kept skipping, didn't it?
No. No, it was fine. It was fine,
Right.
even on the train. And then we took the same player. It was a PTO1. That's a Newmark. And we took that in a car, which had like that big bench seat. And I was playing some Eddie... Oh, who was it? Eddie Harris.
Let's say Money.
Fairly beat up record, but I
Harris.
was like, whatever, it's not going to matter. We were playing that on the Merritt Parkway in no skips. No skips. That was pretty killer. Was it rough on the record? Of course it was. So I'm not concerned about that. Play your beat up records in the car. There are a lot of these portable turntables these days, and some of them are actually quite nice machines. And you can improve them too. Bear that in mind. Dan actually has a whole video of where he did the contemporary record player in the car. If he would like to drop that on us right here,
Dan
it'd
says,
be hilarious.
search, I put a record player in my car
There we go.
on YouTube.
There we go, done.
Okay.
We're listening to Caffeine, so it's time to make it.
All right. All right, yes, the next drink up, Kathleen Caffeine.
All right, what I got on here? I think I started with the Kraken,
Yes.
if you could. 2 ounce pour of the Kraken. Let's be
The
serious.
Kraken.
The Kraken is coming at 94 proof, so it's a serious stuff, as is this song. Hello. And I need half an ounce of the Kahlua.
I will trade you.
Fair trade. Absolutely. I'm moving a little fast because I don't want the sign to run out.
No.
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 No. And in particular, I really wanted this thing to have a heavy coffee kick to it. So guess what? I happen to have a former promo product behind me, Javi Coffee Concentrate, which is actually a lot of fun. You make a whole cup of coffee out of this. Tastes quite good. So I'm using about half a teaspoon. Well, that's about that much. The only reason I'm not going heavier on that...
I got you. I got you.
Is because it's a full cup of coffee. So, boom.
He's going to be up all night. He's going to be up all night. I'll have some of it too, so I'm also up all night.
What the heck? Give me some ice. Give me some skin. Shake with that straight of cocktail glass. We just heard Kathleen. Caffeine. Hello. I was inspired.
Right, and this is Kathleen Caffeine. Ew.
Whoop.
It's leaking.
Leakage. Better stop shaking. You know, this one actually does make pour contact, as I recall. That's live TV, folks.
Yeah, here. You do.
Oh, is that dark? All that dark rum. And a little coffee concentrate. And a little Kahlua.
It's like a glass of coffee, except full of booze.
Woo! Yeah. That's going to kick you into gear.
Oh, that's good.
Hello.
Of course, I love coffee. But
I'm good with it.
damn, that's good.
We don't have any sour in there, and still it's not overpowering me with sweet. This is
I love
like
it.
The
It's
bitterness
good.
of the coffee flavor is keeping this in
This is
check.
the Laissez-Fairs, Errol.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You can see it directly behind, to the right of my lovely
Oh,
companion.
hold on. Merritt Parkway, not smooth pavement. Okay, I'm catching up on your comments here. Okay, so we have, Peter's asking, how much does a portable turntable go for? Honestly, he's the guy to ask. I did not expect that to be as good as it is.
Nice.
If you like coffee, that is the bomb.com.
Ain't that a kick to the head?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
really is
yeah.
And I did kick up the flavor of the coffee with the
Add
Javi.
some cream and call it a White Russian. It's like an incredibly boozy White Russian.
Yeah, kind of, pretty much. And remember that the base liquor is 94 proof, so it's got a little whoa.
It's like an incredibly boozy White Russian.
But yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I mean, that's the thing. If you're like, well, I don't really like this kind of a drink to just be all like just that bitter flavor, you could probably throw a little bit of.
I just want to
white
get
stuff
this
in it.
comment in before you go off on turntables. Mike says, I have cassette tapes from the 70s. I have to scour thrift shops and secondhand stores for old boom boxes to play them. He has a friend who's into cassettes.
Yeah, and she had just like this really inexpensive system that I thought, well, you know, it's okay. I said, you really probably want to upgrade. She's like, oh, whatever. But then something died, so she had to. And so I sold her a couple of pieces of equipment that we had for a very
Hi,
reasonable
Mars
price.
Nova.
And I got like my best cassette deck in the collection, and I said, you need this. She wanted a double cassette deck. I'm like, whatever. And it was a really nice Sony. And I remember actually testing it out, making sure it was on speed, belts were clean. And then I made a recording from a couple of CDs on it, and I just kept listening to that tape. It sounded fabulous. I was like, back in the day when you could get a good machine, you could make good tapes. So I was like, this is for you, you'll love it. And she dropped it, and she was just playing tapes like mad. Like, this sounds so good. I'm like, yeah,
Playing
it does.
tapes
Yeah,
like mad.
It does.
Mars Nova says, okay, you can get a suitcase Victrola for $50. Okay. And you can, and Dime's saying you can get them for $150 to $200. So what do you have to say on the subject?
In terms of a
portable
or
turntables,
sort of something you would put in a system to be serious about records.
Oh, Erica will be happy that you talked about her. We talk about everyone.
We do.
Only good stuff.
We do. I know that Mindy.
We don't say bad things about people on this broadcast.
No, please.
Never.
Well,
Never.
People I can say bad things about, I don't want to talk about. My friends are here.
I know.
Here
yeah,
we go.
we don't.
Mindy frequently watches the rebroadcast, she says. It doesn't really synchronize with her
Laissez
schedule.
faire
to
means
do live.
happy self-interest. I love it.
Regulation out of it.
Oh, it's the jackboot of YouTube off her neck. Now we have permission from Rum Bar Records to share all of these records.
Yes, we do.
So I'm sure by now we have a copyright claim.
We got a strike.
But we're not trying to monetize this broadcast,
That's
whatever. Yeah, it's all good. As long as we have permission to play the music, it's fine. If I can get on with them later and say, like, we had permission.
Ever doing this sort of thing yourself, you want to get an email from
we love
the artist.
Mindy, Joe. Mindy rocks. We love you too, but we also love Mindy.
Love this. But I love the fact that I was able to get a real cassette deck in Erica's hand. So she's just like, wow. And she was asking me this a few weeks ago about recording tape to tape because the machine wasn't doing it properly. I'm like, so I found the manual. I'm like, oh, you got to do this, you know. It says you can't do it, but you can do it.
I gotta drop the link to the album again.
Mm-hmm.
We are currently listening to Laissez Faire.
Boom, boom.
Singing in
Singing
your
in your
head.
head.
I gotta drop the link again.
It won't leave my head. I can't take it.
Pick it up.
Now, if this was on the iPod in my brain, I'm good. You know.
Okay. I gotta go. Oh, Mike says White Russians are my go-to drink in the evening when I'm at the casino. That sounds great. Being at the casino in the evening. We have casinos like an hour away, but... Oh, and also Monticello. Yeah. We have to drive to get to a casino. Like, if I'm staying over, then yeah, I'm all about it, but... Oh my gosh! Dime says, YouTube is nuts. They gave me a copyright on my own song. No, that's crazy.
Yeah, you know, somebody owns that song. You know who it is? It is me!
And I give myself permission to play it.
You know, if I'm going to rip off any artist, I guess I might as well rip off myself.
That is
right?
crazy.
Think about it. Boom, dog, and diggity. So let's actually...
We actually got a copyright claim on the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen theme song, which was written for us.
By the artist.
And I was like...
Whom we contracted with and paid.
I mean, it's all bots, so they don't care, but I actually sent them the document that said, this is your song to play forever. I release all rights.
Yeah.
And they were still like, copyright claim. I'm like,
Whatever.
whatever.
Dumb fembots,
yeah.
I gotta tell you. So
Because
let's actually see
I am
the,
all about copyright. I am a writer. I have written songs. Like, I am all about artists having the rights to their stuff. But when it's your own stuff, it's like, okay, I get it.
All right.
Oh, he's searching on
the table
turntables.
that we use with regularity for portable use, this is not like a very refined turntable, but it'll get the job done, is called the Newmark PT01. It is the ultimate crate digging thing because it actually will fit in your crate. This is a very cool little thing. We saw somebody use one of these years ago, and then you got me one, and I'm like, oh, cool. The current version of that actually has a USB output. Ours doesn't, and that'll take you about 130. But then there's also a scratch version of that that's more of a DJ table. What? Yeah, the thing is about the size of this laptop, and you can scratch with it. Craziness. That's running about 170 at various online retailers. And then if you're like,
that seems reasonable.
If you're thinking, I'd like a better cartridge and better arm and all that, there's replacements. You can do that. And if you do that, and it balances and whatnot, then suddenly you've got something that's a real device, you know? If you want like a turntable
tripping out
to just
music.
drop it, yeah, it's pretty trippy. Just saying.
In a good way.
Were some substances consumed during the production of this record? I'm not at liberty to say, but the artist is here, so.
No, I feel like if too many substances were consumed, they would not have
Nothing
made an
would have
album.
happened.
But yeah.
By the same token, the 13th floor elevators are always extremely high when they made records, and what can I tell you? That's a lot of adrenaline.
But they're not with us. Laissez-faire.
Muscle memory. Yeah. Rocky gone. How unfortunate. And I believe that John Ike also gone, and I think Benny's also gone.
Jeez. See what I'm saying?
But they're old men. I think that we still have Ronnie, the second bass player, who's actually fantastic. So he's the guy playing on Reverberation, my favorite. Absolutely, no question. Bomb diggity. Anyway, so that's it.
Right.
PT is very attainable. It's a great little table. Play your 45s, no issues.
Okay, I'm just catching. Okay.
We got like a big thumbs up from Peter on Laissez. Yeah.
Yes,
if you want to check this out.
Oh, good night, Mozzy D. Thank you so much for
Mozzy.
joining us. We love the music.
We're going to keep rocking, and we will very likely play your album again.
Yeah, probably.
The fact is, we played it through and enjoyed and made your drink.
Yes,
and you can
tall,
check
dark, and handsome.
back here and get yourself a tall, dark, and handsome. It's a good thing. So
now we're tripping out to the Laissez-Fairs.
a slightly different sound, I got to tell you, but like it still rocks out pretty hard. That's really the kicker.
Ah! Had them set YouTube straight. Thank you.
The question about playing records, what do you play them on? I was like, well, where am I? I mean, if I'm in a club, there's probably a DJ setup, and the DJ setup is the same turntables everybody uses. They're really excellent machines. They're back in production again. They're not cheap, but it's a serious machine. You can't go wrong with one of those. That's the Technics 1200.
Yes, the sounds are incredible.
Please, Rum Bar
So
makes it happen. It's a highly curated label. I like that term. That means that somebody actually took the time to look into it.
Exactly.
In an age of artificial intelligence, I'd like some HI, some human intelligence, to be looking after this, because machines don't tell you everything, people.
I know.
Machines are there to serve you.
Oh, Mike says I'm 75, so my only scratchy records are the ones that I've been played at parties for 40 years. I love it.
You should see some of the 45s I've had in the collection for a long time. Wow, those have been run over by a truck.
Eric says my next YouTube account will be under the name of Snort Nerviter. Oh, jeez.
I think that's actually a great name for a Laissez-Faire song.
Snort Nerviter. I gotta drop the link again. Hold on.
All right, one more time.
I gotta drop the link to the album we're listening to.
Yep.
Singing in Your Head. The
Voices in my head.
Laissez-Fairs. Human intelligence, what's that?
What?
I feel like lately I have to agree with you. Whatever.
Depends on the humans.
Depends on the humans. Yeah.
But the people we know, many of our correspondents here tonight make music. I know that Mozzy had to run and make things happen.
Dan May's still here. He's making music with regularity.
I know. We'll
and
be sharing that.
he's spending enough time curating it so that it is for real. Clams, baby. I still love the idea of a can of clams with a record on the top of the can. That's just nuts. But nuts is what we're talking about. Are you actually releasing an 8-track in 2023? Why not? You can do it.
Will.
You can do it.
Glendora would.
There are labels that are spending time to actually license master tapes and make direct copies to very high quality open reel tape. These are not cheap. These are stupid expensive. And people are like, this is the best sound I've ever heard. It's like, yeah, duh. Of course it is. Don't be silly.
I feel like Laissez fairs need to come to Ohana sometime.
I think they would kill at Ohana. I'm just saying.
Oh, Eric says, can I use you as a test ear for something I've been working on, Paul, too? Of course.
Sure. Anytime.
Of course. Absolutely. Anytime.
Drop a line on us. Let us know.
DJ
we'll set it up.
Swankcat, hello.
Hey, Swanky.
Good to see you.
Boom.
St. Vincent released an 8-track recently. Oh my god. I love it.
You know, the major problem with this whole format, with that whole format, is not the hardware. It's not that hard to find. It's not even that hard to get that backbone running. I spent some time within the past year getting my
Absolutely.
Lafayette machine going.
Drop
and
it on us. We
great.
love it. We
Awesome.
love it. Yes.
It's the software. Where are you going to find the blank
Hey,
tapes?
hey, good to see you.
That's a problem.
I love having so many people here. It's great.
I love this crowd like nothing else on a Wednesday. This is what we do.
I know.
This is why we're here.
Right.
This is why you're here. Thank you for joining us. We're listening to the Laissez Fairs. Oh man,
I know.
they're just happening. They're just making it happen. I've got a commenter right here. My buddy Ken, actually a reverend by the way, so he has the Word of God behind him, who can tell you all about laissez-faire policies, all about letting the market run its course.
I feel like. Oh yeah, Eric saying didn't They Might Be Giants release something like those Cylinder records? Yes.
TMBG actually recorded onto a cylinder at the Edison
Was that the Can You Hear Me?
Museum.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I can just barely hear you.
I can just barely hear you. Yeah.
They recorded onto what was basically a vintage blank cylinder at the Edison Museum. And they released that on their album.
Oh,
I forget.
I gotta
which one
catch
it was,
up.
but yeah.
Mars Nova says the sun is shining in the Pacific Northwest. We have a heat wave coming, but it's a beautiful day today. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh.
I'm into that.
Oh, we love you. Oh my gosh, Lisa and Errol. We love you too so much.
Please.
Oh, St. Vincent, Daddy's home in 2021. Oh my gosh, 21st century 8-track. I love it. Wait, it's your birthday, Colonel Keg? What?
What?
It's your birthday?
Hello. Everybody.
No, we got to do something for your birthday.
1, 2, 3. It's Colonel Keg's birthday. It's Colonel's birthday.
All right. First of all, happy birthday, Colonel Keg. But we got to do a little something.
Happy Colonel. Glad you could join us on your birthday.
We gotta do something for Colonel Keg's birthday.
What are you thinking?
Pardon me. I gotta figure something out here. I keep knocking this one bottle of bitters off the tray.
Might want to move it.
Okay. Keep talking.
I'll move it.
I gotta figure this out.
Done. Yep. To quote the motion picture Dr. Strangelove, Mr. President, I have a plan. She has a plan. She has an idea. I could come up with something in a second, but she's on it. And she's on it. Speaking of musical quotes, people. I didn't do that. So, Eric got one of the first mini disc players. I actually got a mini machine around, probably around 1999. I was working on a show where I really needed to do some editing, and that was the way to do it at the time. You know what? I recorded a bunch of stuff on discs. Sounds fab. This is more than 20 years. More than 20 years later, that sounds just fab. It was a good format. It didn't really, kick in the States because, I don't know, people are stupid. But then, computers came in and recordable CDs came in and stuff happened. Formats. It doesn't matter. There's a whole album from the guy from The Waitresses. He recorded this on like 10 different formats, including like a disc recorder, a wire recorder, a really, really ancient tape recorder, that kind of stuff. Absolutely hilarious. Chris from the Waitresses did this. It's a really great record, and that's worth doing. I love formats and the fact that you could record on crazy stuff back in the day. I saw stuff in my time that I can't even name and nobody knows what it is. If I start talking 8 tracks, oh well, yeah, I know what that was. Yeah. That's not that hard. It's not that hard. But then there's the 4-track cartridge. A little rarer, but that was a very popular format in its day. And then there was this whole RCA cassette. The RCA, like the big cassette back in the 50s. Good format, didn't really succeed. Too bad. It was a good idea. Oh, yeah. You know, Dan, we've got one of those from the Langeliers, and it plays. You probably have to have a portable to make it work, because all of our like big machines won't do it. But it played just fine. They put a ton of music on that thing. Crazy. Absolutely.
Lisa is a Scorpio.
Just this message from the Colonel.
Oh, thank you. All right, so...
If I don't,
this may or may not be the saddest thing ever, but I've got a birthday treat for you.
If I don't have you watching, I'm just talking to the wall.
Exactly.
So,
all right.
hello.
So,
please.
what the hell did the top just fell off the match? Okay. Ah!
As long as it's not burning
I don't know what happened to it.
As long as you're not burning
Hopefully
your
it won't burn the
pillow,
house down.
It'll be fine.
Hopefully our house won't burn down. All right. Here, that one worked. All right. You ready? Happy birthday to you.
And
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Colonel Kick. Happy birthday to you.
Bomb diggity.
Count of 3.
1, 2, 3. Got it.
You got a birthday Luna bar, because that was all I could find.
I guess we need to make some
It's your birthday Luna bar.
cake. Just saying. But thank you for joining us. No matter what happens, it's awesome. Absolutely.
I gotta make sure our sofa's not on fire.
Hey, Tom says Taurus Power. You're gonna find that hothead somewhere. I hope so. Hey, Peter. Awesome.
Hopefully not burning down the house.
Great quote from Blake. Politicians and diapers need to be changed often and for the same reason. You know, he couldn't say what he meant at the time for good reason, but he was right. That was Mr. Mark Twain.
It just smells like something's burning in here, but I don't see any fire.
Well, you just lit 2 matches, so. Mars.
know,
You know,
but
Mini was a really cool format. It was compressed audio, and people were suspicious at the time.
I want to add a little
But then they
something
went
to this.
nuts over Napster, which was all about compressed audio. So, and most of those like compressed things sounded horrible. Mini was actually like sounded much better at the time. I made a number of live recordings on those, which sound really good. And if you're into trading, that's like a Swiss Army knife. Talk to me, and we will see what we can do, because we got some stuff.
I'm going to add a little bourbon to my beer.
I've seen 2 shows at the Madison Square Garden within the past year, and if you think I didn't record those, yeah.
You'd be wrong.
You'd be wrong. And you know what? They were great shows. I was glad to get a recording. I want to take a souvenir, damn it! Good stuff. Burning down that house. Too true.
Hopefully not, but...
Yeah, not this house. Nope.
all you do is...
Film it at home.
All you do is pop a birthday candle in a Luna bar.
Got a bonus in there.
I improvised.
We'll see you before long, Phil. No question whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, I'm glad you made it home. We'll see you soon. Can't. Oh my gosh, it's so close. There is so much going on before Ohana. I can't talk about it, but dang, there's so much going
It's
on
our
before
next
Ohana.
actual
Yeah.
event. But something will probably happen before then, and maybe we'll make it happen. I don't know. We're
I
just
hope
doing
to
these
God,
every
yeah.
week, and bang, bang, bang. It's crazy stuff. I love that. There's a record made out of ice. Play it fast.
So there's a Pisces. Okay.
Oh, hell.
Oh, the shout outs. The shout out louds. Oh. Made a single made of ice. What?
Love,
What?
love.
Play it before it melted. I love
All media-
it.
all media is
Oh,
fragile.
that's so great.
All media is fragile.
Did we ever watch History Detectives? I haven't, but if it's on Hulu or something I have, I absolutely
we might have.
will. History Detectives.
Woo!
2 words I love in the same sentence, History and Detectives.
That was...
By the way, for those of you just joining us, we are listening to Laissez, Singing in Your Head.
They are doing it right now.
Hi, Vegas AF. Good
Hello.
to see you.
Vegas as... I can't say that.
AF. As F.
But definitely.
I'm going to copy the link again where you can pick up this fabulous album,
So you know. Yep.
which is just so
Rockin'-
heavy in
been
the
rocking
best
my world
way.
for the past week.
Exactly.
Anyway, cool stuff. Every time we get a new Laissez album in here, I just drop it on. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, oh yeah, a lot of fun.
I
lot
added
of fun.
some.
However, we also played 2 new albums from 2 balls to the wall gals, and it's
Yes,
just like,
Angela Tini
rock.
and Mozzy D.
I mean,
So good.
do you like that kind of sound? Check it out. It's right there up on
And
the
if you
Rum
don't,
Bar, the
what's wrong
Bandcamp.
with you?
Yeah, what's your problem?
What's wrong with you anyway?
What's that quote from the movie? What is wrong with you? Do it! Please. Anyway, but yeah, there's some great stuff out there. You know, I hear people frequently talk of a certain age, be like, oh yeah, I liked the music when I was 18, the music today sucks.
Well, I liked the music when I was 18 too, but I also like the music now.
I listen to a lot of stuff that's extremely contemporary. And if I listen to something that's 60 years old, that's because I like it. I don't think that one is better than the other. It's all part of a continuum.
Exactly.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Exactly.
I
It's
mean,
all music.
Do you want a radio station that will tell you most things you need to listen to? Take a look at it at WFMU. I believe that Laissez, all the artists
Oh.
tonight are actually familiar with them.
Wait, Eric says, I mentioned that show because somebody had a record that was bigger than a 33. It was apparently from 1948 and wondered what was on it and how would you play it? It's a Tokyo Rose on the record.
It was probably one of
I
those
have no
transcription
idea.
discs that was 16 inches in diameter, not 12. And those were
he'd
broadcast
know.
discs. And they were recorded at that speed because they were designed to be played on the air. They were probably actually pressed on vinyl because that was a commonly available
Yes,
material at
John,
the
we
time.
saw your name on the Mozzy D album.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we did. And I said, hey!
And great work. Great
Small
work.
world, but like that just kicked
Great
it.
was such a good album.
Oh,
Yeah,
it just
well,
kicked it. Oh, still enjoying it.
yes,
Hello.
yeah. All of the albums are amazing.
I get 3 albums tonight that are just like, go buy them, go listen
Exactly.
to them, check them
Go
out,
there
whatever.
right now.
Come on. Check these people. They're doing good stuff.
Exactly.
There are multiple releases from these artists. Rum Bar
Yeah.
Records up on Bandcamp. We've dropped that link. That will tell you what's what.
You know, I'll
be happy with
drop
that.
the Rum Bar Records link again.
Mhm.
I've been trying to drop the individual albums while we've been listening to them.
While we're listening to
But
them.
let's do
Yep.
Rum Bar Records again too. It's at the top of the broadcast, but there is much to love on Rum Bar Records.
But that's long ago, so we need to actually like drop
That's
it now.
like 2 hours
so
ago.
you can always scroll. Who's
It's
gonna
like 2
scroll?
hours ago.
In this day and age, who's gonna scroll? Here's the Rum Bar itself.
Such good work.
You take a look at that and you're like, good God, I didn't know there were so many artists on here. Yeah, check them out.
I feel like we have so many
Yeah.
inspiring friends. Oh, WFMU. Okay, Dime says WFMU. Steve Terrell's The Big Enchilada. Great show.
Enchilada.
When is that on? I feel like I know so many WFMU shows, and I don't know that
I do know that one.
When does that...
We know Gaylord, who used to be on Sundays. I don't know if he's still actually happening that.
But we
slot.
listen to Double Dip Recess every Saturday. And
yeah,
then usually
9 a.m.
stay on for Mike Shelley.
Yeah, Mike just plays stuff that sounds like
Mr.
this.
Fine Wine on Friday night.
Bingo. Fine Wine has been playing an R&B oriented solo show.
Thank you, Vegas.
For over 20 years now. Just crazy.
Thank you.
And he is actually hitched up with Miss Becky, who plays a country show on Wednesdays. Just crazy.
Mike
that
says-
happens literally while we do the show.
Mike says vinyl 15-inch records played on a 15-inch, 15 RPM. Have a few. Okay. All right.
There should be 33 RPM and
38. What? Those are 38s, right? My mom had some when I was young, and I would play them on my turntable. And I was told those would ruin or wear out your needles, so I quit playing them. Oh my gosh! What?
That is correct, and those are 78s. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
78s.
Okay.
38 is
Oh, okay. Yeah, 7. Okay, but wow, I love that.
the 38, of course, is
love
when you
that.
need to take care of a problem. But anyway,
Oh,
I
Eric.
digress.
Yes, next week we will have the clams.
Hello.
Exciting.
I'm thinking of what RPM would be the larger records. There were transcription records released at 33 and a third, but also some released at 16 and 2/3. The slower speed. Some of them were just like regular releases. I have at least one of these. And then there were the talking book records released at that speed, and some of them released at 8 RPM. Good God, that's slow. But if you're just reading from a long book, books for the blind were frequently released at different low speeds. Eventually tape caught up, and then you just got cassettes, and it made things a little easier.
Half
Formats,
speed.
formats,
Okay.
formats,
Dime
formats,
saying half
formats,
speed.
formats. Yep. Half speed. Yep. So.
I love it.
Oh, we're rocking along with the
I
Laissez.
know, we are.
You know, late in the broadcast, this is a great place to be.
Oh, I know.
You know,
This is perfect.
We start out really hard, and then it's just like, well, we're
Yeah, I'm into this, Rick. I'm into this whole music
settling into the
thing.
groove
I'm into
a
the whole
little
music
later.
thing.
We've had 2 great gal singers so far, and when the broadcast runs long, we're going to play them again. But I would probably kick back up to Angela because, wow.
Okay. DJ Swankcat says you were so right on the 16-inch transcriptions. We're 33 and also 16. Okay. Mars Nova says a friend of mine has a couple of those. Oh, okay. All right. Now, do we have any?
We do have some 16 and 2/3 records. I got one that's a talking book record and one that's music. It's on
okay.
Vox Records. Yeah, there was a really famous 2 albums on one on Vox that was actually it was on Riverside that I believe was Thelonious Monk. Oh wow. The problem is that the fidelity goes way down on the 16 records. So talking records are one thing, but yakking is another. And the 33 speed dates back at least to those RCA records, the long plays from the 30s, but it really dates back to the Vitaphone. The Vitaphone was recorded at 33. On vinyl
Dime
records.
says gotta grab this one too. Love this. Oh,
Please.
I love it.
Please. I
love
think,
connecting people with
like
things.
minds.
Yeah,
with
exactly. Exactly. It makes me
things
so happy.
and ideas that you
Oh,
need.
78s. I knew the speed was fast. Ah! Friend said if you play that on your record player, it will wear your needle out fast. So I quit playing them. Oh.
The needle is thicker
Oh.
for a 78 than on a micro groove record, a 33 record. So
Oh, your needle.
You don't want to
It's a
be
needle.
playing them interchangeably. I had a friend once tell, "Oh, it doesn't make any difference." No, it does. It does.
Wow.
And if you want to play them properly, it can be done, and for not that much money. It's not crazy. This is not rocket science. It's basically
Record science.
Record science. And record science is well understood by some of our commentators who are commentating right now. Hello.
Commentators?
Some of our viewers right now.
Commenters.
I believe that...
Is commentator a word?
Yes, it is. I believe that...
I feel like commentator is like just a plain old tater tot. Just a plain old potato. You're just a commentator.
Potatoes...
The music stopped.
are in fact common. Oh well, time to switch it up. Make something, please. And away we go.
What would I...
If you make something for me, that's okay.
All right. What would you like? All right, fine.
It's time for a beer drink.
He's given me no guidelines,
It's
so...
time for a beer drink.
All right. I'll give him what I'm having, which is some bourbon. Errol says, "Hey Kelly, I'm a commentator."
Dinner size.
He just sounds like a potato. Just a commentator, not one of them fancy taters.
Well, there's no fancy taters over here. So.
It is, I'm sorry. Just sounded funny. It was like the coronation. When we're talking about the king being coronated. And I was like, is that a word? And then I saw, like, in a news report, they were talking about being coronated.
Yes.
Like-
Coronation.
I know, but wouldn't it be crowned? I didn't know coronated was a word until this past weekend.
Yeah. You got both.
Coronated?
Absolutely.
I've never heard that until this current coronation. All right, we're starting over. Bop, 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 bop. All right.
Hello.
Katie's Room says, I indeed love a commentator as opposed to an uncommentator.
There's fancy potatoes, but why?
All right, you're a typical tater. Commentator? If it's a word, I've never heard it until this evening, which we're all still learning, right? He disappeared. I was going to finish his drink, but he took off, so maybe I'll finish his drink by myself. Will he be back? Anyway, we're listening to Angela Tini once again. Angela Tini, have you met me yet? I'm going to drop the link again so that you can pick it up and have it for yourself so you can listen to it whenever you would like. We have so many commentators here. As opposed to uncommentators, I guess. So, gotta switch out the old binder clip. Because the thing about CDs is they want to stay open only so long. So, let's put Laissez Fairs with Mozzy D and put Angela Tini back up in pole position. Shall we? Ah! Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay. I often finish Lisa's drink. Tell her, it must have been. I always say that. Oh, my drink evaporated. Make me another one. Yeah. It kind of works, right? It does work. My drink was defective. It was broken. It evaporated. Yeah. Now we're just talking about drinks being defective.
Oh.
I'm not done with your
Right.
drink, by the way. I gotta go get a beer.
Waiting
I
for
didn't
you.
know if you'd be back. Are you back? Oh, look at that. Are you back?
I asked her if she would get two earlier, and she did. So there we go. I'm here.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
Look at that. Okay.
Yeah, we'll drag about that sort of thing. Evaporation. So we are back to where we started with a little bit of Angela Tini.
Get
Boy.
right back to where we started from.
She kind of puts the teeny in the thing, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. As in the
The
Wow.
Mar.
zazz.
Well, I'm so excited. We'll be seeing her at Ohana.
Uh-oh, hiccups.
Uh-oh. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Do you need me to scare you? That was perfect. You went, right. Actually, I couldn't resist. Uh-oh. She'll lick the ceiling. I would love an episode on go-go dancers. Oh! I have been known to go-go dance with some surf bands. Would happily do it again anytime. I love it. I know, like... They buy Parliament tickets for $25. What? What? Amy, what?
25.
Oh,
I'm there.
Do tell. Do tell. Parliament tickets for $25 bucks?
Yeah, if we actually saw that deal, like, I'm in. I don't even care what the hell they're playing.
Oh,
I'm
I
seeing
love
that in a
it.
second.
Okay.
Boom, done. Where are they playing?
I love the go-go's.
Please to drop in such information.
Okay, I gotta...
It's kind of awesome.
That was to scare Paul. Okay, so...
Hey, you know, Swanky, I think that did the job.
Hold on, I gotta
Sometimes
I
it's
gotta
just a
search on
little-
something to serve mankind. Not the Twilight Zone.
Not to serve mankind.
Not to serve mankind, to serve mankind.
To surf mankind. No, wait, no, that's not
Oh wait,
the thing either.
I gotta find it.
Boom. You know, we just dropped one of these albums on. I'm like, I'm good for the next 40 minutes or so.
Okay,
This is
so-
just great stuff. We just enjoyed some Laissez who just rocked your world. Some people actually
Yeah.
decided need to have it.
Yeah.
If you haven't, check them out. I mean,
Okay,
listen anyway.
so I'm gonna drop a link on you, go-go dancer fans. If you don't know this movie, try to find it. I think I watched it free on YouTube. Okay, I just dropped an IMDb link on you that it just looks like nothing, but it's for the movie The Girl in Gold Boots. If you haven't seen
jeez.
The Girl in
Yeah.
Gold Boots and you like go-go dancers, go watch it because it is trash-y.
Trash Aola.
Trashy. And I say that with so much affection.
Seriously.
So just, the link's not hot, copy and paste the link because that movie
Don't
is
do.
trashy. And I think it's on YouTube. I don't think I paid
That has to be.
any money to watch
That
it
has to be.
because I would not have.
Having since seen such things, I'm like, yes, that
Yeah.
has to be.
It was trashy as hell, but fun. And go-go dancers. So.
Live Nation. Oh, really?
Oh,
a few
okay.
days to that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Where are they playing? If it's anywhere near me, I mean,
I'll see Parliament for $25 bucks.
I would. Woo. What I would do for that?
Hell, I'd go higher than 25
I've heard my
bucks.
share of both the Parliaments, and the Funkadelic.
I know.
Wow. Would see this live anytime.
Love.
Anytime. No question. That is just music to open your brain.
So good. Is it
You
that
know?
time?
It's approximately that
I feel like
time.
you're signaling me.
I was not signaling you per se, but it was getting close to that time.
All right.
So we can keep rocking. I mean, well, if people
Well,
are
if we
enjoying
keep
it,
rocking, then hell, let's keep rocking.
I mean, the record's still rocking.
If you weren't signaling me, then
I was not signaling you.
okay. I misinterpreted.
We're still going to town. We're still enjoying. We've got Angela Tini back up on the old phonography, and it's just
Phonography?
fantastic. One of those things.
Phonography.
Phonography.
Hi, Dean.
Excellent. Glad to see you, sir.
Oh, Dean says I have that movie in the MST3K version. Hilarious. I can totally imagine because we usually MST3K all of those movies by ourselves.
Could only improve it. Just saying. Could only improve it.
Lisa had go-go boots when she was 10, insisted on wearing them to the amusement park when the temp was about 100 degrees. Oh my god. Oh, I can so relate to that story.
We've been talking about record pressings for a number
Paul, you
of
notice Kelly
hours
keeps blaming you
this
for ending the show.
evening. But you know,
I thought
the
he
simple-
signaled me.
The simple fact
but he
is,
did not.
No, I just kind of nudged you. But
Oh,
for
he
no
nudged
particular
me.
reason.
That was a nudge, not a signal.
no, not a signal.
Okay.
But we're talking about vinyl boots. Okay, vinyl plastic actually holds heat and moisture. So, like, yeah, if you're dancing around on these things, all of these gals who do it all have the same boots. They're cheerleader boots. And after a while, it's like, these need to be off my feet. And I actually have shoes which are pretty similar. And after a while, they have to go. I hear that. They really do.
I had a pair of vintage go-go boots.
Very cool.
I love.
Low-rise
Yeah.
boots, like flat soles.
Now
not
these were
big
like
heels.
these were like kind of mid-rise,
Yep.
but they were actual vintage. I got them on eBay. I adored them, and we were shooting a film in our backyard, and I was ponying, and like as the film was shooting, the boots
As it
started to fall apart. It was so stupid. Ever since then, I'm like, hell no to vintage shoes.
Vintage man
I will
is
buy-
a harsh mistress.
Vintage is a harsh mistress. I
saying.
will buy
Just saying.
vintage clothing. I will totally buy because I go in with my sewing machine and reinforce the seams. But vintage shoes, nope, nope. Unless we're just doing photos, nope. I'll buy reproductions, but actual vintage, no, because they fall apart at really inopportune times. I remember going to an event at the Polynesian in New York City, and there were all these vintage ladies there, and one of them showed up, and her shoes had just fallen apart, so she had to put on her spare shoes that she had in her bag. I'm like,
Happen to have the shoes.
this isn't worth it. No.
It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work.
Oh,
in big
Amy
cities.
shared the link. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you,
Check that out.
Amy. Oh.
What's
Right.
happening?
I'm gonna-
Parliament in Boston.
I'm going to copy the
Hello.
link. All right.
Hello.
It's probably going to be sold out when we can get to it, but
Worth checking out no matter what.
the
I
married
love
folk
that.
do know the nudges, right? He nudged me. He did nudge me. Peeling off vinyl trousers after a gig, not fun, but I welcome the weight loss out. Swank cat. No, I love it. It's like, yeah, it is like a vintage weight loss system,
Remind
right?
me to tell you about a certain Halloween costume I wore years ago. Oh boy.
Which one?
I went as a spaceman, and the available suit was one of those exercise costumes, which was basically like silver vinyl.
No.
So you walk around all evening looking for candy, and at the end of the day, you need some because you've completely lost all this weight. Crazy. Absolutely
I need to
crazy.
put back calories.
Oh, I need to do that. Yeah.
Yes, definitely check
we'll
venues
take a look.
closer to us, but thank you, Amy.
I mean,
Because I'm all
there's-
about
There's
going.
no doubt they're playing
Yeah.
Brooklyn
Or
yeah,
New
at-
Jersey.
At least Brooklyn Bowl, but then like they're playing
New
bigger
Jersey.
venues.
Yeah.
There's all these places like PNC Bank Venue in New Jersey.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great venue.
Exactly.
And it's a lot easier for me to get to that than to get to the Madison Square Garden. Just saying.
The Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, telling you. I have a really complicated relationship with the Garden. I've seen 2 good shows there, but like it's a real pain in the ass venue. Just saying.
No joke. All right. I gotta,
We're listening to a song called Drop Dead. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of thinking that
which
right
I
now.
kind of love.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's a
I gotta share the
fantastic
link
song.
again. We're listening to
Fantastic.
Angela Tini. Have you met me yet? I'm gonna drop the link again.
If you haven't, well, you're listening as we speak. You don't say.
Ugh. So good. Ugh. So good.
Get a little song that ends like that.
Also, $25 shows
Done.
are already sold out. Oh, it's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
You know, I'm just glad to know they exist.
Back in the day, there were $25 shows. I saw a lot of them.
You said back in
And-
the day, just as Lisa said back in the day.
Who knew?
Except in those sweatsuits. Oh my god.
Could have died.
Oh, Lisa.
Yeah, like not good.
Wow.
Woo!
It's
Yeah,
like
it was
in
tough.
Christmas Vacation. Margot and Todd, and they're like little
They're
silver
suits.
Yeah, they're silver workouts.
Silver sweatsuits. Not good. Not good.
I know,
Why?
right? It's like a
Oh.
sauna. It's like a sauna in a garment.
It's not like it's really going to take you down except for water weight. That's crazy.
I know. Although, I think all right, I am more than 2 drinks in, so I can
Are
say
you?
this. Yes, I am more than 2 drinks in, so I will share.
Please spill.
In my youth, I had a dance teacher who had danced in Las Vegas, and she had gotten the gig in Las Vegas, and then she's like, yay, I booked it. So then she went out and celebrated, and I think she gained a couple of pounds. Probably nothing that any of us would even notice. But when she got to Las Vegas, they gave her like 2 weeks or something to lose the weight. And she was like not eating anything and running like 10 miles a day, and she wasn't losing the weight. And so someone said to her, oh no, you need this, and gave her cocaine. So then she lost the weight, but then she had a drug problem. So, yeah.
Our society does cruel things to people.
Not cool.
Starting with and
Yeah.
concluding with women. Just saying. We're listening to 2 ball-busting
Oh,
gals who are
jeez.
who just
Oh, I
suck
wanted to
into
get
you.
skinny.
Man.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love Christmas Vacation, too. Oh, Dime says, high school wrestling coach made us work out in garbage bags. No. No.
Well, you know, the fact is, if you are a
Yes,
certain
exactly.
size,
Drink a glass of water and then, like, no weight loss, right?
I knew wrestlers at my college who I roomed with a wrestler, and he's like, "Oh, you had to actually get the weight down."
Eric says, I'm going to try the
Crazy.
Clockwork Orange diet.
Wrestling, like
No.
wrestling,
No.
MMF, that kind of stuff, you have to be a very particular size
Right.
so that you're even. Okay, got
He
it.
also said, rather have the weight problem.
Crazy.
Exactly. That's, no.
In some cases, it's
Yeah,
not
no.
that kind of a problem. It's just a problem for the sport.
But, no, I'm thinking of the dancer who was like, oh, here, just do Coke. Like,
Do cocaine.
that is not a solution. That is not a solution.
That's really sounding like Lost in America, where he's like,
Exactly.
they didn't actually do that, they sold cocaine, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But that's all designed. Central nervous system stimulants are designed to punch that factor.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't do my share of them, they just don't come from Colombia. Except for the coffee. And then it does come from Colombia. Oh, wow.
That's it.
It's pretty hard. Yeah, Colombia makes a lot of coffee. I'm just saying. I love how in the middle of this rock and record, suddenly there's just some 60s Italian pop. Boom, diggity. Oh,
So good.
that's so great. That's so great. Is that listening to Laissez where it's like, oh, we're just going to do it like this easygoing thing in the middle of this totally psychedelic record.
Juan
it!
Valdez.
Love it! Yep. Tawan.
Was Juan Valdez an actual person?
No. Didn't
So
exist.
Juan Valdez was totally made up.
Trademark. What do you think?
I'm gonna look him up. Juan.
Prove me wrong. That would be great.
I'm not saying you were wrong. I'm just saying like
Yeah, it might be a different thing of a thing.
Juan Valdez. A fictional character. All right. Juan Valdez is a fictional character.
Since
who's appeared-
1958. Okay,
Oh
he's
my
been around a
God!
long time.
No, wait, 1958.
So he's been around long enough to be your father, and like, okay, fine. Then Juan is a real person.
Oh man. Created by Doyle Dane Bernbach Advertising Agency.
Well, there you go.
Totes fiction.
You can do that.
I mean, I assumed
love that.
because, like, why would even
Figure.
if Juan Valdez was a real person, why would we know about him? If he's just like wandering the mountains, like
and
why
gathering coffee berries.
why would we know about it?
And
So,
putting
yeah.
them in the sack on his ass, which is to say his burrow, and taking them back to La Coffee Central. What would we know about him? Seriously.
Yeah.
To Juan Valdez!
Exactly.
Woo-hoo.
To one. I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
Those of you watching Schmicago.
The-
I'll drink to that.
The man, the myth who brought us our coffee. Look, I still go to an office a couple days a week where I have to drink coffee.
Oh, the
I have
Teletubbies.
to.
What? Oh,
But you should. You should. That should be good coffee.
the conspiracy theory of how Timothy Leary created Darny the dinosaur. Barney the dinosaur. I just said Darny the dinosaur. Barney the dinosaur. I'll say it 5 times fast. Barney the dinosaur, Barney the dinosaur, Barney the dinosaur, Barney the dinosaur, Barney the dinosaur.
Wait a minute. What? We'll look into that in a minute. Oh.
You don't want anyone. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Betty
Betty
Crocker is also fiction, sadly.
Look.
One felt this is actually John Vicks. What? Wait, and the Teletubbies? My whole reality is being blown right now, you all.
We raised the question, you filled in, and away we go. We understand that Aunt Jemima, fictional character, played by a real person. Uncle Ben, fictional character, played by a real person, etc., etc., etc. And these brands have had to give up those characters because they
They're
really
seen as
don't
racist.
fit contemporary.
No, I
They
get
don't-
it.
they
I
don't
get
fit.
it. Yeah, I get it.
Although there's a hilarious SNL sketch about that whole thing, which is
There
hilarious.
is. Yeah.
And it actually addresses the unaddressed with such things, which is very important because it's true
Wait,
too.
I'm not seeing the connection between Timothy Leary and. Wait, I don't want him carving up my Irish.
By the way, as Dime notes, Count Chocola's not real. Untrue. Chocolate actually dates from Bulgaria. Correct. Yes. I would like to tell you about blood.
About chocolate.
It is both blood and chocolate. Well, there are all of those.
Blood and chocolate sounds like a drink.
I think it is.
Love.
Come to think of it.
No, he's real.
Well, you know, there.
Stop drinking. I had to search on it. I had to do it.
Gotta check it out. Gotta check this stuff out.
I had to do it. That was a close one, right?
Oh boy.
You never know. Everything's made up now, right?
Don't know what is. And the simple fact is, it's not like I'm going to believe everything. I'm going to tell
No.
you you're full of bleep for everything.
Yeah.
But I'll check it out. You don't think I checked her out? Yeah.
Obviously, you didn't eat enough prior. I'll be eating after. Trust me.
We did fine. We did fine.
Blood and Chocolate is an Elvis Costello album.
Actually, I think you're right, sir.
I know. Isn't he? Is he touring again, or is he
Everybody's
just?
touring.
Because a friend of mine just got tickets to Elvis Costello. I was like, okay, everyone's touring. I love it.
Clearly touring. But the man knows that he belongs on stage. End of the day.
So I just want to point out that we're
Hey,
currently listening to Angela Tini. Have you met me yet? Here.
Izoop.
I'm gonna drop the link on you
There
again.
we go. This has a fantastic array of songs that you need to listen to. End of
do.
story. End of story. We were not joined by Angela tonight, but she's going to
Well,
watch
we
this
don't know
later and
that.
say, oh,
We
oh.
don't know everyone who joined us, to be honest
Well,
with you.
that's actually true.
We only see the people who comment, so she
Yeah.
might have been here.
If you don't yet
And
get
if
me,
she
I
was,
don't know
thank
you're
you
here.
very much.
I don't know you're here, but thank you. I know that Ms. Mozzy D actually did, and the Laissez-Fairs
She
did.
did. Well, she was able to
And
comment.
the Laissez
but
are undoubtedly still here.
Elvis
So-
is touring with Nick Lowe, and I got $25 tickets. Oh, Amy, you're the ticket guru.
All right, Amy, we need to talk.
I know we do.
we'll actually strike a deal.
Maybe it's the
it will
ticket
be
guru.
worthwhile. I'm just saying. Yeah, if you're striking that kind of stuff, that sounds familiar to me from a long time ago. Tickets we bought to 2 shows recently were not in that.
We're not $25.
category.
They were a lot more.
Oh, and tickets I think should be in that price category. We're not all made of money.
No.
And if we were, we would expect things for free. So hello. Boom, boom.
I don't expect things for free.
I do
but
not.
Yeah, no.
I do not.
So good.
Well, we're still rocking and we still have beer. I think so. There's a beer. You do. What happened to my can?
You had a can?
Oh, it's gone.
Here.
All right, done.
There you go.
Yep. Enjoying some old man
Happy
beer
me too.
a la Kona. Hello.
75 is the new 25.
75 was the new 78.
Yeah.
Aha!
Master. I know.
Speaking of record
Tickets are
speeds,
so expensive these days.
tickets are
right?
stupid expensive. We went to 2 shows within the past year where like your top dog prices were nuts.
We didn't
I
pay
think-
any four figures, though.
No, we didn't do that kind of stupidity. But we paid
No.
enough, and I think if it's what it costs to get you there. But then when I take a look at the venue and the tax breaks that venue gets, I'm like, okay, somebody needs to talk. Not
But
here.
you're not going to be able to get in anymore because you said that, and now they're going to profile you, and there will be a photo of you, and they won't let you in. Because
Yeah.
anyone who says anything about that particular venue,
What venue?
publicly,
I'm not
going to
identified.
say the name. I'm not going to say the name. But if you say anything publicly
What
about that
was the venue?
venue,
Where
and
was I?
they get
Where
a
can I go?
picture of
Blah,
you,
blah, blah, blah,
they
blah.
won't let you in. So even if you bought 3-figure tickets, they won't let your ass in.
It sounds a little police state.
Oh, Amy says I might sell
I'm
my
just saying.
Sisters of Mercy ticket. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
A correspondence chiming in right here if you're interested in some
Ticket
Sisters
molester.
of Mercy, circa Boston, Vic. Amy may want to talk to you.
Ticket molester.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh. Time says, I looked into getting Billie Eilish tickets for my daughter. After I realized I need to mortgage the house to get them, I passed. I know, right?
That's craziness. She's just a performer. She's just performing. Your daughter
Oh,
is a
Daniel
fan.
says, I started working at an arena just so I could see the shows. That makes sense. That totally makes sense.
Seriously. Nuts.
Definitely not $25.
Nuts.
Yeah.
We have occasionally played to our correspondents at various venues. It costs you a lot less than those figures. I'm just saying. We're
Crazy.
not here to drain your mortgage just so you can
No.
see us play live. That's
No.
craziness.
No.
And
That makes no
the
sense.
artists who are doing so, I think some of them are a little disturbed by the whole concept.
Oh, yeah.
They are. But that's sort of like the corporate ticket thing, and I think, yeah, that's got to end. That's a real problem.
And then if you say anything against him,
Don't. We'll be banned. Your sister would not forgive you.
yes.
Don't.
Ticket molester from the makers of Enron. Jade,
Yep, yeah, anyway.
if you say anything against them, they get a screenshot of you, and then you can't enter
Ban you from the
any
arena.
of their venues forever after, and they own everything. So
Aren't these people...
forget about ever seeing a live show again.
Aren't those people against police state action? Well, I don't know. Until they
I don't
do
know. I don't know, but it just seems.
it. And then it's okay.
Yeah, it seems a little vindictive, but I'd like to be let in again, so I'm not going to say anything against them.
I would like the entire venue to be torn down because it is an eyesore. That's what I would like.
Uh-oh, we're never getting in there again.
Fine. It could be rebuilt over there.
I want
and
to
it
go.
would be fine. It would be
Yankees out.
exactly the same. It would not be a big deal. It's an ugly thing on top of a beautiful thing. So, anyway,
We're listening to Angela Tini. Have You Met Me Yet? From Rum Bar Records.
if you have not, you could go to Rum Bar Records and acquaint yourself
Pick it up right now.
very easily. We've dropped the link a few times. She's totally rocking. We spent a large amount of time tonight with Mozzy D. Oh man, she rocked your world.
The
you checked
Churning
her out
Man
yet?
Festival.
And then there was the Laissez.
I like
Oh,
the
love
idea
it.
of the Churning Man Festival. Because isn't the Burning Man Festival like, they make it sound like, oh, it's all democratic and everyone shows up. But isn't it kind of for rich kids? Like, I like the Churning Man Festival for the rest of us.
You've got to do something. At the end of the day, one is just saying,
We're going to see Angela Tini at Ohana.
we are. If you're coming to Ohana, you will.
Well, if you're going to the opening
If
night party, the
you-
kickoff party, Thursday night, the Thursday night
If
party.
you are interested to come and you're like, oh, tickets are sold out, there
Get on
is
the
a-
wait list.
There is a wait list which is worth
Get on the wait list.
getting on.
Yeah.
You would have to sort of mortgage your next 30 days to understand like what might or might not happen. But honestly, you'll probably get in.
Well, you may or may not, but you know what?
If you do,
Gotta try, right?
if you do, I'll see you there.
Gotta try.
And it is well worth your time as an event because it is action-packed. And I will credit Mr. Sully with actually inspiring this whole thing. A lot of value goes into that ticket. A lot of value goes into that ticket. So there you go.
Just enjoying the music.
Now, this is just like slow
So
dance
good.
rockers.
Angela Tini, have you met me yet?
Yeah. Hello. Still featuring. So we've had some like 3 fantastic albums from Rum Bar Records tonight. Thank you so much to Lou.
Are we signing off?
We might be.
Sounds like we are.
Okay.
Okay.
About that time. I just wanted to say, because before I get rambling, blah, 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 like, Rum Bar happens because one nut job decides to make it happen, and I love them. Make it happen, damn it.
Right.
Put these crazy things together. All the big labels like,
I'm gonna
you can't
share the
record this
link
music. He
to
does.
Rum
He
Bar
makes it
Records
happen.
again.
He puts it together. Go check it out. Boom. There is a big link there. You can find Rum Bar easily up on Bandcamp. And honestly, that's a great venue for people who like to support artists.
So I'm dropping the link to Rum Bar Records, where you can pick up Angela Tini, Mozzy D, and the Laissez-Faire's new releases. Highly recommend.
And
And
maybe you named all the things. Yes. Angela D. Yeah.
Angela Tini,
Angela Tini, Mozzy
Mozzy
D,
D,
Laissez-Faire's,
Laissez-Faire's.
big threes.
Yes.
Yeah, go check them out. Easy,
Yes.
good. You can download them right now. You want a CD? You can get that.
Highly
Easy.
recommend.
Not a big deal.
And thank you so much, Rum Bar Records, for the fabulous music.
Please. Because you
So
actually
great.
say this is okay, that means when I get a copyright strike, I can say, oh no, actually,
It's
you
whatever.
said so.
It's whatever.
And it makes it happen.
Yeah.
The artists who've joined us tonight
Julie, thank you.
have been enjoying what we've been laying down. We've been taking our cues off of your records, which have laid it down already. This is crazy.
And next
nuts
week we'll
music.
have the Clowns.
Hello.
So more
hello.
more music next week. I don't want to say live because they won't be here playing,
live.
but we'll be playing their music live.
We will have
It's
access
an important distinction,
to their fantastic
but we should make it.
stuff that
Yes.
you can actually get.
Important
easily.
distinction, but
Easily.
we should make it.
Yes, we should make it.
But yes,
Absolutely.
yes. So,
And
all right. Oh my
always,
gosh.
people.
Oh, so many of you
good.
stuck by. I love it.
So good.
Yay! Thank you so much for joining us. Please visit Rum Bar Records and pick up these fabulous releases.
Please check them out. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, Daniel. We will see you
Yes.
before long. Thank you.
Have a great week,
Dime.
everyone.
Thank you, Joe. We'll see you in the same exact amount of time.
Yes.
Game day. Boom, 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 boom. It's about craziness. We make it happen. Oh. It's good. Look, as always, we've served you some fantastic drinks. If you're a patron, you will get them tomorrow.
Or tonight.
Potentially tonight. True. If you just like what we do, drop us a comment. If you have been here all night without dropping a comment, please let us know. I don't know you're here until you tell me.
Right.
A lot of people tell me. Some people are like, I saw your broadcast. I didn't see the
I
thing.
know.
I didn't. So it's really good to actually tell us that we're here. You do not have to do that publicly. It's true. And as always, if you support us, thank you so much. The ways to do so are right there, and it's obvious. And as Uber always,
no
matter where you go, and no matter what you do, we will see you soon.
Good night.
Thank you.